Oh, get sacked. Oh, he just got leveled.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It is time for our third edition of the Swear Jar Sweat. We're sitting here, we're watching Tulane at Memphis. Huge game in the American Conference. This will decide who's leading the conference going forward. Memphis got stopped on their first drive after a first down, and Tulane just went 3-and-out. We're running a little behind getting everything set up, but we're here nonetheless. It's still going to be a great night as Tulane gets ready to punt the ball away for the first time. This is going to be a tight game back and forth. Just to let everybody know what's going on. So our money bet is on the Tulane Moneyline. That is what the Wheel of Destiny has picked for us. And then our Slade and I have a little side bet going on here. So every time Tulane scores, he's going to have to take a shot. It looks like he's doing Fireball tonight. Is that what you got?
Unfortunately.
And
Yeah.
I am mine's in a Tito's bottle, but it's moonshine. So that's what I'll be taking shots of tonight. Um, so Slade, last night we had West Virginia at Houston. Houston is not a very good team, but they play everybody really tight. And it's a back and forth game, with West Virginia late. West Virginia scores with 12 seconds left. Their quarterback gets them a costly, unsportsmanlike conduct, backs the kickoff up 15 yards. Houston returns it. It was only like a 10, 15-yard return, but it got them in range. They throw a Hail Mary, they win the game. What are your thoughts on how the whole situation went down, how the game ended with the penalties, all that stuff?
It was mayhem. You could have just not watched the first part of the game and just watched the last, I don't know, 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, and it was just mayhem. I think it's unfortunate that penalties are what is going to make or break a team, like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that I'm glad we didn't pick that game because
Yeah.
I'd have picked wrong.
I think just about all of us would have.
Mm.
All right. Well, since we're in a commercial break, let's give you your first. Um, Actually, we'll get into these two teams here. We'll talk about Tulane and Memphis. So this is not their first meeting. Obviously, they've been in the same conference for a very long time. Memphis leads this all-time series 24-14-1. They first played in 1954. It ended in the 13-13 tie. Um, Memphis has been to bowl games in 8 of the last 9 years. In 2021, they went 6-6, but they did not make a bowl game. And they didn't go to a bowl game from 1971 until 2003. It was a 32-year bowl drought for them. We look at Tulane, 5 bowls in the last 10 years. They missed in 2014, 15, 16, 17, and 2021. I think that makes what happened last year even crazier, going from missing a bowl game to going to the Cotton Bowl. You beat USC. They had bullish stretches from 1940 to 1970, so 30 years, and then 2002 to 2013. Tulane has been to 4 New Year's Six bowls. They're 2-2. They've been to the Rose and the Sugar, and they lost those. And then they've also won the Sugar and the Cotton Bowl back when they were in the SEC. Memphis has been the 1 New Year's Six bowl. They're 0-1. They lost to Penn State in 2019. So talking about bowl games, my question for you is: what team has the longest bowl drought in every conference in the NCAA?
Oh, geez. Um, Start with the Big Ten.
What's that?
Start with the Big Ten
You can start with whatever you
for
want.
each conference. There's okay,
Yeah, each
so
conference. I
I'm
have
gonna
one.
go Big Ten, and I'm gonna go with mm, Northwestern. I want to say Rutgers,
No,
but I feel like it's wrong. Um,
mm, it's not Rutgers either.
is it Indiana?
It is not. They made a bowl in 2020, I believe.
Jeez. Um,
Another red team.
Another red team.
Yeah.
Maryland.
No.
Jeez. Uh, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
All right, we got all. You don't have to stay on the Big Ten. I got all 10 conferences here.
Well,
So
that was my best option.
yeah.
uh, oh, Memphis has the ball back at midfield. We'll go with Colorado.
Give me that pick, baby.
Intercepted.
Give me that pick.
Crazy. I love their jerseys.
I do.
Well, their uniform combo for today. Damn, I'm gonna suck at this so bad. Another red team. It's gonna be like so obvious afterwards too.
It really is. I mean, they've not been good in recent years. And not like horrible. Like they're only winning 1 or no games. Like they're like a 4-8 team, 5-7.
Yeah, you said red.
Yeah.
Trying to blank. I have no clue. Who is it?
It's Nebraska.
Oh, jeez. Oh, there's Nebraska and Wisconsin.
Nebraska.
I didn't name either of those. I don't even count that side
No.
of the Big Ten, basically.
Yeah. Nebraska last made a bowl game in 2016. They have the longest drought. Oh, you got to catch it. In the Big Ten. The SEC is another very obvious one. Who do you think it is in the SEC?
I'm going to go Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that is correct in the SEC.
Jeez. The pause there made me be like, damn, I got another one wrong.
No. See, and another crappy thing is my genius brain left my AirPods in my work van again.
It's no problem.
I need to get a pair of headphones like you.
He just got leveled. Intercepted. Oh, he threw it out of bounds. Nice. That looked like it hurt. He might come up in 2 pieces. ACC. Longest drought.
It just had a huge week this past weekend. No, it's not Miami.
Oh, huge week.
They just had a huge game though against Miami.
Fuck, I don't even know who they played. It's not Wake Forest, because Wake Forest would have made the bowl game with Sam Hartman.
Who did Miami just play?
I'm drawing a blank. UCF? No. They're not even... Jesus Christ. I'm horrible at this game. I'm going to cheat slightly.
Looks like before long you might be taking a
in
shot
the
here.
conference. Yeah, I know. It's not looking good at all. Big game plays coming out of these guys here.
Oh.
Jesus, Georgia Tech. Can't believe that. I would have never guessed that. You could have gave me 100. You could have gave me 100 picks and said it was in the state of Georgia, and I still wouldn't have picked it.
I thought telling you, hey, they literally played Miami last weekend.
I was drawing a blank. For some reason, I was thinking Missouri, but I'm like, they're not even in the ACC. Let's go Big 12. Longest drought.
Big 12, there's 2 teams, and the drought is actually only 1 year. So they only missed the bowl game last year.
Houston?
It's 2 teams. Well, sorry. So teams, but no, Houston actually made a bowl game last year. I was getting ready to say it's teams that didn't just join, but I actually did include them. But yeah, Houston made a bowl game last year.
Wait, you did include the new teams?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Colorado?
No, it was teams that are playing in the conference this year.
Oh, okay.
And actually, Colorado's not even the longest in the Pac-12. I'll give you a heads up for the Pac-12. They're not even the longest in the Pac-12.
Dang. All right, so Big 12. Let's look at these teams. Oh, you said they missed just 1 year?
Yeah, so last season.
Cincinnati?
No, they played in the Wasabi Bowl.
UCF?
No, they had a bowl game.
Damn. BYU?
No, they had a bowl game.
Jeez. Baylor?
Nope, they played in a bowl. Think of a team that we were like at the beginning of the
Holy
season. It's like
shit!
their head coach. Their head
Iowa
coach needs
State.
to get fired. Iowa State is one. West Virginia was the other.
Jesus. Fuck. I was looking at the standings right now. Both those teams are in the top 5. I'm looking at all the bottom teams. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, dang. This is gonna be a tough night. Pac-12. We'll go to Pac-12. I'm gonna go with Stanford.
It is not Stanford. I think they made one 2 years ago. 2 or 3.
Cal.
Actually, it's probably. It is not Cal either. That's what I thought it would be, but I forgot Cal actually had like a really good 2019 and 2021.
I'm gonna guess one of the Arizonas. Arizona State.
It's one of the Arizonas, but it's not
No,
Arizona
it's
State.
not the one I picked.
I think they have Arizona State. Arizona State has Arizona beat by a year. So Arizona hasn't been since 2017. I think Arizona's been missing since 2018.
Oh Lord, that's so close.
So I'll give you the point on that one.
No pity points here, bud.
Yeah. So let's look at Group
the
of 5.
SEC.
We'll start with the American. Wait, no, you did all the Power 5s.
Did I? Who did I pick for SEC?
Yeah.
Oh, Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
What'd you say? We're starting with American.
Yeah.
All right, give me a hint. Has it been a long time or a couple years?
2018 was the last time this team made a bowl game.
Temple.
No. They made it in 2019.
Which year did they sack Christian Hackenberg 47 times? Probably 20.
That was like 20, I think it was like 2014 or 2015.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was. Let's go UAB.
No, UAB made it last year.
Rice.
UAB's been on a bowl streak since they started their program back up.
Is it Charlotte?
It is not Charlotte. Charlotte made it 2 years ago, 2021.
Rice? Did you hear that one?
No. Think of week 2. We didn't think that this team had a chance in hell against a powerhouse team, and they hung around the whole game. There's an Oregon fan in the stands at the Memphis game they just showed. Here we go, baby. 3rd and 1.
Big play here. Hey, so is there a difference in a field goal versus a touchdown here?
Oh, we're scoring. Wow. I mean, we can do half shots.
For a field goal?
Yeah. I mean, I was planning on doing a full shot anyway. But
all right.
We do need the function in the morning. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, Erica looked at my table that I have set up here, and she was like, I'm afraid. I asked that question, and then he gets a 6-yard rush up the center.
Yeah. Here we go. Punch it in.
Fumble it.
Touchdown, baby. Pour it up.
Dude, that's what I would do in video game all the time when I was close like that. Line it up by formation and give it to the fullback.
Yep, fullback dive.
God, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna get blown out like 52-0. I can see it right now.
If it starts getting too bad, I'll start doing shots with you.
My chair's on wheels. I'm gonna be falling on the ground. All right, here we go. First one. Not too bad. Yeah, that was a really nice play to set it up. The interception and then that, yeah.
All right, so let's get back to this. The American team with their longest bowl drought in the conference right now.
Damn. I mean, at this rate, this is going to take the whole game. I have 2 answers. UTSA.
No.
Second one is ECU.
No.
No, never mind. The ECU's got 0 wins this season. You just gave me a hint that they stuck around the whole. What the hell am I doing? Oh, that's actually conference. Never mind. They're 1-5 this season. I don't know. SMU?
No.
Jesus fuck. Tulsa?
No. Would you like the answer?
Yeah.
It's USF.
Jesus.
Alrighty, we'll go. We'll say the absolute hardest for last. We'll go Conference USA next. We'll go in alphabetical order here. So Conference USA. The team's been like half decent so far this season.
Let me find the teams here quick. The team's been half decent this season.
Yeah, not like good, but they're. I don't think they're at the bottom of their conference.
Middle Tennessee State.
No.
Jacksonville State.
No. So that's their first year in the FBS. So I will tell you.
So
Jacksonville
yes.
State, Sam Houston State. No.
So they've had quite the drought, huh?
Yeah.
Western Kentucky.
No.
New Mexico State.
No.
Jesus Christ. Utah.
It's not Liberty either. Not Utah.
No, Liberty's leading. Louisiana Tech.
No.
What the? FIU?
Yeah, it's FIU. I didn't know where they're at.
They're last in their conference.
Oh, I didn't know. They started the year 3-3.
I named every team but them. Yeah, they're 3-4. Conference USA is doing pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see here. So next it would be the MAC.
Wait, how does this work? So look at this. FIU is 3-4 on the season. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And they're in last. Sam Houston State is second to last, and they're 0-6 on the season. The reasoning, they've only lost 3 conference games, and FIU has lost 4 conference games. So an 0-6 team is not in last place in their conference. That's crazy.
Well, that's just because they didn't play. So FIU played on Wednesday, I think, and so
right.
So Sam Houston gets to say, "Hey, we're not in last for 5 days or 3 or 4 days."
Yeah. All right, Jesus. This is rough. What's next? The Mountain West? The MAC?
No, the MAC. Maction, baby.
Oh, exciting news. So today, we had to have some guy come and like set our cameras and crap up, whatever. He took 6 hours to do that. Very nice guy, but it was supposed to take 2 hours. He literally left like 15 minutes before I got on here. And then secondly, I got my truck back from the shop today. That was exciting. After $3,500 worth of damage from a basketball hoop, I finally got it back after 2 weeks. Very exciting news. Basketball hoop did not make it. All right, give me a hint. Is it in the West or the East?
I think they're the East, and they are one of the worst teams.
Kent State.
No.
Akron.
That is correct. Akron has the longest bowl drought. They haven't been to a bowl since 2017.
It would have been really
so
funny
next would be
if it was actually in the West and I named all 6 of the East teams. And you were like,
about 4 teams in, I'd be like, wait a minute, I don't think this team's in the East.
What's next? The Mountain West, right?
Hi, Phoenix. Welcome in, buddy. We're talking about the teams that have the longest bowl droughts in their conference. So far, we've gone through all Power 5 and the first 3. Yeah, the first 3 group of 5 conferences. So we're going to... And we'll see if you can answer this first. Who has the longest bowl drought
we can
in
both
the Sun
start
Belt?
at the same time. His Wi-Fi or this person's Wi-Fi could be horrible, and they'll still get it before me.
Yeah. Who has the longest bowl drought in the Sun Belt Conference? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Dude, I thought that was getting picked again. That defender was in perfect position. All right. What's this one? The Mountain West, correct?
Yeah. Or no, we're in the Sun Belt. We'll save the Mountain West for last because I feel like that's gonna be the hardest.
Georgia Southern.
No.
Let's go with Brett Favre's school, Southern Miss.
No. This team, like, I don't think this team has a win yet this season. If they do, they only have one win because they've gotten blown out by like every other opponent.
No, Southern Miss is the only team with one win.
Oh,
University of Louisville Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe.
Sorry, I'm just looking at letters. I'm guessing. I just see ULM.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, that ULM is correct, but it's definitely not Louisville Monroe. It's Louisiana. They have not made a bowl since 2012. So the final team with the longest bowl drought in their conference is in the Mountain West. They're actually pretty good this season, but they have not made a bowl game since 2013.
Not made a bowl games. Is it Utah State?
No.
UNLV? No.
It is UNLV.
Oh, really? Hey,
Yeah.
so I saw a really cool stat about them. Did you see this? They pay $300,000 for every home game that they play at Raiders Stadium.
I did not know that.
So yeah, they play at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, I knew they played there, but I didn't realize. I mean, I figured they had to pay, but I didn't realize they paid that much.
And so they pay somewhere.
I guess technically.
I think after tax, after like all the fees and whatnot, I think they pay like $3.5 million this season to play their home games. And they like to play on turf, whereas the Raiders play on natural grass. So their turf field is underneath, like is the main layer, and they roll the grass field outside of the stadium that has the Raiders stuff all painted on it, and then they roll it back in on Sundays when they're home. Isn't that crazy?
I did know. Oh my God! Well, you got to catch that. I did know that they roll the Raiders turf in and out because with it being grass, they get outside to get it watered and
and
sunlight.
You got to walk your grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I just would have figured that they played on the grass too. I didn't realize.
Did you see that play?
Separate field.
Did you see that play? There was 2 Memphis players there, and neither one of them caught the ball. Look at them. They're like, "Well, I thought you said you called the ball." Like, who ran the wrong route? You're on the short side of the field, and 2 guys are standing next to each other.
What a punt.
Get that down there! Come on, get it down there! Oh, that was 19-yard line.
Phoenix, you also missed Slade taking his first shot. Oh, I gotta update the score here too. It's 7-0.
Do we know Phoenix? Like personally, do you know Phoenix? I've seen them comment on stuff
played
before.
Football together. He went to Bermudian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was on the team that beat us. They had, I forget how long their win streak was. He could tell us in the comments, but can you get the bottle opener and then the pack of white earbuds out of the junk real quick?
Hi, Hannah.
She'll be right back. She's got to get me something quick. And then I need her help figuring out how to get the internet to work.
Oh, wow.
I am. Yeah, I don't know how to make my computer connect to the wired internet. Like I connect it, but I don't know what to click on here.
I got to tell you, if I could get a jersey the same exact style that your Oregon one is in this Tulane baby blue, I get it. First down.
All right, we're back. If you could get a jersey of what? Sorry, you cut out.
The Tulane light blue.
Yeah.
In the same style and fit as your Oregon jersey, I would love that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in advance. I didn't think it was
Don't
dial-up.
get me started. 39-1 in my 4 high school years. Yeah, but it's double A. It's a double A school.
You played Fairfield for 3 years. It doesn't count.
Yeah. Try playing Kennerdale where you can't even see the team on the other side of the field. Just kidding. I can't say anything. I didn't play past 8th or 9th grade.
Well, I don't.
Oh my gosh. Pass interference.
Ah.
Pass interference for sure. No? Wow. I mean, 6 on Tulane basically carried the Memphis defender to the ground there. Memphis was just on his back. I mean, that's got to be as close to pass interference as you can get.
Yeah.
Here's a question, George. What's the point in the mouth guard hanging from the helmet if majority of them just let it hang the entire time anyway? Like they don't plan to put it in.
It protects their chin.
Is it just a requirement that it has to be on your person? Like that's like during COVID, like you
No,
had to have
so
a
the rule
mask
is
on
they
your
have to put it
person?
in. No, the rule is they have to put it in, but obviously no.
But they're like, if you want your teeth getting jacked up, that's on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, first thought here, George. We're about 1 quarter in, and Tulane's offense can just go down the field as they please. Memphis' defense definitely needs to step it up. Now, neither of these teams are necessarily known for their defense per se. They're both known for having some really high-powered offense, but Memphis has got to get the ball moving on offense if they have any plans. If their defense is going to play the same, look at this dude. He could have took a fair catch because the guys were a lot closer to him than that Tulane guy that received the last punt. Instead, he runs backwards for 3 yards, gets ripped down by his neck.
Yeah, Phoenix. We can't put the game on. I mean, granted, with just you watching, I don't think they get flagged for copyright. But
wait, could we? Because it's YouTube TV. It's just YouTube streaming on YouTube, right?
Well, no, because YouTube TV is a TV provider.
It's the same company.
I mean, it doesn't.
I see what you're saying.
I feel like if I pointed at the camera at the TV, it'd be different than like. I mean, I can't just pull it like YouTube TV up on my computer and like share my screen and do it that way.
Right,
it won't let me do it. But I mean, like I said, with few people in here watching, we could, but I'd have to. Let me see. I need to add another camera.
All right, Phoenix. Really? Did you have to add the Spring Grove in scrimmages to that comment? It's like Allen Iverson. We're talking about practice? Practice?
So we had to pay a $25 upgrade to get an extra camera on my laptop.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Well, no. So I use my plugged-in camera, and I cover up like my laptop camera. So
right.
Like, if I wanted to take this off and I could point my plugged-in camera at the TV, and at the same time use my laptop camera to look at me, we had to pay $25 extra than what we already do to do that.
Oh, for the website you use.
Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying that like you had to like a one-time fee thing or whatever. I don't know. So George, I see you have in here about the Pac-12 and we talked at the beginning of the season about voting power and whatnot. You know, when it comes to the
Mhm.
Power Five, um, to where it sits right now, do you think the Pac-12 keeps its name at all? Do you think it like what's your first thought, just the way it sits at this moment, being the Pac-2?
Well, I mean, now you have Washington trying to be a bunch of dicks, and they're trying to join the lawsuit to get it basically thrown out. Um, I I think they keep part of like because no matter what happens, they're gonna have to merge with somebody. Like they can't just be the two schools. They're gonna obviously have to merge either with a Mountain West or something like that.
That's
Um,
my hope.
and so I don't know Pacific Mountain Conference or something like that. I'm not sure what the name would be. Um, but I mean, I think at this point they really don't care about the name as much as, like you said, the voting rights is a major issue because we don't want to lose our status as a Power Five conference, and therefore all the perks that comes with it. The say that
Right.
we get in certain things. Um, I think at the end of the day, even if they're able to keep the Pac-12 name, it'll all depend on what happens with like who they merge with and so on and so forth from there. Yeah, as if I think if they get to keep it, because I don't know what all goes into deciding who's a Power Five school and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I wonder what like what things are going to look like with a larger playoff structure. Everyone
Yeah,
can assume, but we don't really know. Like the current playoff structure, it's kind of been uh, the in recency, it's kind of been the SEC and the Big Ten basically the winner is guaranteed in, just based on the strength of teams that are in both those conferences, and then there's the possibility based on record and schedule for, like we saw the very first year, Oregon to get in, or the Florida State that first year, or in a lot of recency here, Clemson for a lot of years,
right.
and then every once in a while, when there's not a lot of strength of schedule or a couple more losses than are favored in those games, you see a Cincinnati sneak in, or or sometimes you don't. I mean, you see what happened with UCF and how upset their fans were, and they're the undisputed national champion from a couple years ago.
That was not the smartest play call there on 3rd and 8,
No.
or not necessarily the play call, but where you threw that football. I really don't understand how to switch from like I'm on Wi-Fi right now, and I want to switch to my wired connection, and I don't understand how to do that.
You might have to, unfortunately, uh, disconnect from Wi-Fi, which will end the stream, and then it'll pick up the Ethernet.
No, we already did that. Didn't do anything.
Mm. I'm gonna grab my phone charger quick. So I'm gonna guess here in the next 5 minutes of stream, I'm gonna have to be taking another shot here. So I wanted to ask you this question. It kind of involves both your teams. Washington and Oregon play tomorrow in Washington, right? And there's reportedly going to be about 32 draft team personnel there, from the NFL teams. 32 guys. And, you would think that there'd be kind of an assortment of all kinds of teams. Chicago, who holds 2 first-round picks, possibly 3, depending on what they plan to do with trades and whatnot, they're not one of the teams listed to be at the game tomorrow. Does that surprise you?
No, not really. I mean, we're talking about Washington here, but
You're what? Sorry. You're talking about it being in Washington, or?
No, I'm just talking about the team. It's not Washington Huskies, not the state of Washington, just the Commanders themselves. We don't ever really expect them to do some smart things. So
no. I'm talking about Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. I mean,
the Bears have 0 people going to the game tomorrow, as reported. Washington Commanders have somebody going there. They have a defensive backs coach that's reportedly going to the game. But the Chicago Bears have 0 personnel currently listed as going to the game. They have 32 people from multiple teams going, and Chicago, who holds 2 first-round picks, is not going as of right now. Now, obviously, this is reports based on, I'm sure the teams reach out and say, hey, we need these tickets, blah, 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 field pass, whatever, suites up with, the OC coordinators, whatnot. I don't know where they sit these people, but I'm sure that's how they know kind of specifics, which teams are coming and which teams aren't. But I just found it kind of surprising that Chicago wasn't sending someone.
Yeah. I mean, it might also be the fact that Chicago might have already gone to one of the, each of their games so far. Very true. It's not like this is week 1. Obviously, this is a huge matchup.
Correct.
But it's as much as, and this is what I don't get about sending scouts to games from the NFL to a college game. I get it more so from college scouts going to a high school game. Because listen, you're not going to see everybody on film. Obviously, you need to see more about how they act on the sidelines and stuff. But everything in college football is broadcast damn near 24/7 nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And we can go back and we can watch just about every college football game on YouTube now. It's not like the old days where we had to have teams send us tape. And so I think it's both of those things. One, I think they probably already may have sent somebody to one of either an Oregon or Washington game, or maybe both. Or 2, we're at the day and age now where it's not as necessary to send scouts in person to a game, when we can have them sit there and watch everything on a film, and we can watch it at our own speed and go back and dissect everything a lot more than what we could before. I say they. I ain't a scout. I never want to be a scout.
Yeah, obviously I'm not a scout. I don't know anything about it. I just have always heard the thing that it's different in person, So I didn't know if you being much more involved with the coaching aspect and stuff, if you felt the same way, or if you feel like that you guys watching film on a team that you're going to play is the same as sending someone there to watch it,
Yeah, and I mean, I at least in my experiences in high school, like when we were growing up, it was very common for a junior high or a JV coach to be sent to go watch, your upcoming opponents or maybe who you're going to go play in 2 weeks or something like that. When I coach at Fairfield and the school I'm at now, that you don't do that anymore. We don't send scouts out. We don't look at. We get the film, and a lot of schools now they send film 2-3 weeks ahead. And hey, here's our last 3 games. Dissect that, do whatever you want with that information. And again, I think that's just where the world is heading now. Like everything is IT information based, and you don't need that
Wait,
in
so the
person
schools
feel.
send the videos to each other?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I mean, and
Oh,
that's what
turnover.
some like. It wasn't every school, but I
Mm,
feel like it was probably a majority of them. Would maybe they wouldn't send all their film. Like,
right.
hey, if I don't want you to see this play, and I can edit it out somehow, here's the rest of my film. But I mean, I mean, if you remember the Titans, when he's like, I'm not sharing film with him. Like it's been commonplace since even back then. So it's not like it's anything new where coaches send film or don't send film. Oh my God, we're going for it on fourth down, boys. Like thanks ESPN Analytics for telling me on 4th and 5 and less they should go for it, and we're throwing a ball. Oh my God!
Oh, that should have been picked. Defender did not get that. Wow.
Let me see if I have to pay for this extra camera like right now.
Yeah, that should have been picked.
Okay, Slade, just remind me when the live stream is over to cancel it.
Okay. Is it like a free trial thing?
I paid $2 to have it for the rest of this till our next bill.
Oh,
Go,
nice.
baby. Am I still here? Get to see my garage walls.
I like it. I'm surprised that picture has lasted this long.
Well, that's because it's allowed to.
That looks painful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Now are we
Oh,
able
there
to
we go,
zoom the
baby.
camera in?
Wait,
Like
hold on. We got a
bit of an echo.
There we go. I should have it fixed though.
Yep, you're good. Oh, 3rd and 9. That's two passes now that Memphis should have picked off. Watch this. 2 passes they should have picked off. In your hands, dude. Come on. Oh, and his name's DJ Bell. George, anything you want to say about your cousin?
Hold on. I'm gonna figure out how to mute.
Oh my God.
Kill the sound in a second.
You're not echoing anymore. Jesus, they can't tackle to save their lives. Oh, I'll start pouring it up now. Rhett's practicing his trumpet on the other side of the house. I can faintly hear him playing the trumpet. Yep, that's a touchdown.
Get it?
Oh. Did he get hurt? Oh, no, he's good.
I mean, he hit the wall, so it probably took him a second to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, the wall comes up quick, huh? Come on, we need a hard
You want a
stop here.
touchdown?
Yeah, let's run the. Oh, that looked like it hurt. All right. We need to stop here. What was wrong with his own towel? Did you see that?
No.
Why is he using the the quarterback is using the towel on the running back's waist to wipe his hands off, even though he has a towel at his own waist. Like he used the running back's towel, then used his own touch. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
that was almost...
Keep it to a field goal. Keep it to a field goal. Let's go. I'm fine with taking the shot. I just need this to be obtainable. Take the shot now.
No,
that's fine, but if he shanks it. Oh.
You see that dude try to go over the line? Whoa.
Start throwing it. Ugh. George, where's your Chick-fil-A thing say? Does it say Virginia? Oh, you missed it. Never mind. I didn't know. This will be interesting to see if we get all the same commercials or not.
Oh, yeah, we do.
They don't have area-based commercials?
Watching the same game, I'd hope we have this. No.
You don't get that?
At least I don't think so.
That happens.
I don't think so.
That happens, dude. Yeah, there'll be like a point where it's like...
All right, Slade, back to bowl games.
Handler, Henning, and Rosenberg will be a commercial in mine, and you'll have something different.
Well, I mean, so I get those for like but the game has to be on like a local channel.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So like it has to be ABC or Fox or something like that. Like if it's just on ESPN, it won't happen.
All right. What are you gonna make me look stupid with now? Just get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid.
2 current FBS schools not promoted to the FBS in the last 2 years. So not James Madison, Jacksonville State, Sam Houston State, those schools. 2 current FBS schools, other than them, have never made a bowl game. Can you name those schools?
I feel like maybe Wyoming? No, Wyoming made a bowl game. What am I saying? I have no clue. I suck at this. Let's go with FAU.
No, they've made a bowl. So one of the teams has like had 1 win, maybe 2, like every season. Northeast school. The other one, they're doing really well this year. We've talked about them a couple times on the Out of the Tunnel show. Um,
Well, let's see. Is Phoenix still here? You got an answer? um.
I don't think so.
Northeast School. Have they been in FBS for a while?
um, I want to say like 2010.
That's pretty pitiful right there. 15 offensive plays for 44 yards and only like 4 minutes of play time with the ball. Gosh, I don't know. I'm thinking like I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking like Miami, Ohio, or something. I don't know. No, it can't be them either. What am I saying? I have no clue. I'm the worst at this guessing game ever. I like it. Double screened up. Your hat is like glowing. I like that.
Yeah.
So what's the answer here? Take me out of my misery, please.
So the two. Oh my god. Stop.
Dude, one of the bets right now, real quick before you start, for this game is called the Wave Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's Tulane to win by 4+ points and 57 combined points in the game. The person that came up with this bet has to get a raise. The Green Wave.
I get it.
Craziness. So Memphis is plus 500 right now. Let's see an alternate spread. Maybe let's see Memphis minus. Dang.
Okay. So anyway, the two teams that have never made a bowl game that are eligible for bowl games are Texas State and UMass.
UMass comes to Penn State this weekend. Gonna upset them. Oh, Texas State. You said we talked about them a couple times.
Stop
Yeah, that
admitting
makes
a
sense.
beer.
Yeah, you're tired of my shit.
Yeah. Oh, damn, I forgot the scoreboard.
What are you planning to build back there?
What?
What are you planning to build with your lumber?
I took down the old dog fence.
Oh, there I am, being a bad
Oh
topic person. Oh,
no, it's okay.
oh,
But no, I had to
like
put it
that.
back to just us. My Wi-Fi wasn't able to take it.
That's fine.
So I didn't even think that. Did you put a bet in for this?
I didn't. Do you want me to put one in now? No, that dude pretty much had me occupied for the 6 hours prior to the podcast. Did you hear me, or you need me to repeat it?
Oh no, my.
You're good.
There, we'll just do it that way. What were you saying? Sorry.
I said I didn't. I was pretty occupied with that guy for the 6 hours prior to this, but did you want me to currently put one in?
No, I mean it's okay. It's fine. I mean, I'm sure by this point it. So when I looked, the game had already started, and it said Tulane 180. So I don't know what it was before the game, but I'm sure it's up 10-0. It's probably not better.
No, it's not very good. I mean, a couple minutes ago, I did bet that wave goodbye, but that was just like a stupid $5 thing because
Yeah,
it was plus 800.
that's fine. You just don't want me to win any more money. I see. See how it is.
Well, that's not true. Ooh.
Oh, am I gonna do my first one? Oh
No,
damn.
no.
Oh,
Look at that. Oh,
number 10. You got to block your man. Come on.
what was that? He was just standing there looking.
Oh yeah. So in our game last night, we only scored one touchdown, but the touchdown we scored, the quarterback rolls out and he starts running out the field. And all night, like our wide receivers like had a big issue like picking up blocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid that he starts on defense, so he doesn't play offense a whole lot. So I put him in a wide receiver, and he picked up this block, and I was like, I was excited, but I was like, I'm excited yelling. I'm not like yelling at him because he did something bad, but he's like, he looks at me, he's like, what did I do? I was like, no, like you did a good thing. He was like just so confused. He was like, what? Come on, defense. He drops back. He's looking. He throws.
Oh my God,
Oh,
he
off
should
his
have had that.
fingertips.
I don't
I
even think
can't
it hit
believe
his
that wasn't pass
fingertips.
interference.
I don't even think it hit his fingertips. I think it hit him in the palm of the hand. We're gonna see here.
Yeah, I don't know how that's not a flag. He looks back at the start, which is fine, but then his eyes immediately go back to him, and as the ball comes in, his hands are on him. He's looking at him. Normally, that's textbook. Hey, that's pass interference. I mean,
Don't
I'll take
worry.
it, but
Don't worry. He's been throwing too much to the center of the field. They're gonna start just keeping somebody there to catch him here soon.
oh, off the edge.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh, he
he
got it.
caught that. He caught that.
Dude, that guy basically like headbutted him / punched him out of bounds.
Oh my god, I can't believe he caught that.
George, how do you say this guy's last name? Oh my God. Oh, it's because the guy used
Wow.
his hands. The
I
guy
hope
should
this
have
is
just tried
still
to.
good. This is like over a year old.
Ugh.
There you go.
2-1 now.
Oh, we're still
I
good.
like it. So George, speaking on that and wanting to win you money, do you currently have any thoughts on the other two games happening tonight, or are
Hold
you
on.
saving yourself for tomorrow?
Figure something out. I really can't hear you right now. My headphones are.
I can try and change my settings to where it's louder.
Hold on. I will be right back.
You're good, man. It
Let
could
me
be
hook up
me.
my headphones.
So just for everybody watching, obviously me and George have the little friendly wager for Texas and their conference championship or conference championship. Obviously, this is their best year and chance, but it'll be really interesting. I think we get to see this at the end of the season if things play out the way that they're predicted to. I think we see Oklahoma and Texas play again for the Big 12 championship. We will definitely do a stream like this to kind of see if we can kind of get that tattoo going, or if George gets to live another year. It's only for 5 years, so we're definitely needing it to happen sooner than later.
Okay, I'm back. I'm good. What were you saying?
I like it. Earlier or just now?
Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I gotta get switched. So what were you saying before I had to go get my headphones?
I forget. Oh, I wanted you were saying about winning money. I was asking, did you have any thoughts on the two other games happening tonight, or are you kind of saving it yourself for tomorrow?
No, I honestly I forgot to take a look at those earlier. Let's see what's going on tonight.
So currently, Fresno State and Utah State are playing each other. No score currently. And then also tonight at 10 p.m., Stanford and Colorado play.
Yeah.
So,
I'll talk about the Stanford Colorado game first. Stanford, or oh, I almost said that backwards. Colorado is going to mop the floor with Stanford. Travis Hunter is returning. Their offense is obviously one of the best in the country when they're playing subpar defenses. That's what Stanford has. Stanford also has a very terrible offense. They're not going to be able to score to keep up. This is going to be Colorado's biggest win of the season in terms of score and spread wise. Stanford's a very bad football team. Colorado's coming off a very high energy emotional win. That's going to be huge for them. And like I said, Travis Hunter coming back. So that minus 12.5, I'm taking that all day, especially that game being at home. I will say I saw Dion's comments this past weekend, or this past week, about being upset with the late game times and how he's excited to go to the Big 12 to not have that anymore. And I get that, and I completely understand. I mean, how do you think I feel being an East Coast fan of a West Coast team? But I mean, that's just the nature of it. And granted, yeah, next year you're going to the Big Ten, it'll be a lot better. But you're just in a Pacific Coast Conference right now. Like I get that it's not ideal, but
right.
looking at Fresno State, Utah State, it's scoreless, but that game just kicked off. Fresno State's already driving the ball. Fresno State is going to be upset after last week. They go in there, they're a ranked team. They're what I think they were higher than what that ranking showed. I was honestly a little surprised Wyoming isn't getting more consideration in any of the polls. And I'm not saying they have to be ranked. Obviously, they do
Oh
have the
my
loss. Go, baby,
God.
go! Oh, it's coming back. We
Oh,
got a flag. It's coming back. Um, I'm not saying Wyoming needs to be ranked, but they should have received a lot more votes than what they did. But I think Fresno State's a little upset with how last week went. Utah State is a very mid team. They're not good. They're not terrible. They're sitting at 3-3 right now. This should be a game Fresno State handles pretty easy. Shouldn't say easily, but they should handle Utah State. The spread is 5.5 in that game. I would definitely say Fresno State covers that. I missed what was the flag? I was looking at the spread. 1st and 10.
I think they picked the flag up.
That they might have declined it too, depending on what it was. But already on the 30-yard line. One play, we're on the 30, baby. Pour up that shot, Slade. Get ready. Oh,
bless you.
Thanks. So for those of you just tuning in, I see we have a couple more viewers here. Our money line bet is on Tulane, but because in our head-to-head picks, Slade took Memphis, I took Tulane. Every time Tulane scores, Slade has to take a shot. Every time Memphis scores, I have to take a shot. In between that, we're just talking some college football. We're just hanging out, having a good time, drinking some. I'm drinking a nice cerveza. I'm not sure what Slade's drinking tonight in between the shots.
Wuss drinks, twisted
there you
teas.
go. You say there was, so I drank a whole 12-pack of those when I was a freshman in college, and I mean, I haven't been able to go back since.
I will say though, in 2.5-ish weeks, I will be drinking that exact drink or a Corona in its country. So I will be very excited to be drinking it from the motherland.
Yeah. So here's my with the first time I had a Corona, I thought it was the worst drink I've ever tasted in my life. Never thought I'd like it. I thought, oh my God, we're going Wildcat here.
Great, throw an interception.
They're running.
Yeah, run it right up the center. Oh, he got stuffed easy. Yeah, I mean, do they go for it, George? It's 4th and 5.
No, they're gonna.
What do the stats say? What do the stats say? What did they tell you?
I would kick it, but I don't know what ESPN analytics is gonna say at the bottom of the screen.
They're going for it.
Oh, all right.
QB's in the position.
ESPN analytics say go.
Yeah. 4th and 3 or less. Go for it. It's definitely not 4th and 3. He did not get there.
Yeah, that's a generous.
Yeah.
Generous spot. Oh God!
Oh! Pass interference.
How is that not? He just kept running him. How is that not a flag?
Wow. That should have been pass interference, 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. First off, the fact that he even got that ball anywhere near him is crazy because he just got destroyed. But Memphis is 24, carried that guy into the end zone. Yeah, he didn't even get it close to him. That's why they didn't call it.
I know. I would argue he didn't have a chance to come back. Yeah, Fresno State just scored. They're already up 7-0. I would argue he didn't have a chance to come back for the ball because he was getting pushed. But dealing with referees the past couple weeks as a coach, I don't even know what to think anymore.
So I had poured a shot.
I mean, we can wait and see if Memphis scores here. We can just take a group one at halftime, depending on what happens with Memphis's drive here.
I really thought they were going to kick a field goal, take the easy score.
Go
up by 6.
I really don't understand that.
Oh my God, he didn't get that. I don't think he got a first down there.
Oh my God, that's not a flag.
Are they going to call face mask?
I don't think it's I don't know what.
Or a horse collar or something. I don't know.
It shouldn't be.
Face mask. Yep.
He didn't. Oh my God. So stupid.
Well, first off, quite the defense there because that was not a first down without that penalty.
No. Let's
He
see here,
got up high, stopped him, his knees down. He never crossed the. It doesn't even matter what
Okay,
this
okay,
second guy
okay.
does.
All right.
Yeah, his hands in the face mask, but he
Yeah,
had
I
that
see
guy
that.
down. But
Hey,
he had that guy
in real
down
time, it
before
looked
the
like
face
he had
mask.
the ear hole and kind of ripped on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was great defensive play without the face mask. He didn't need that. He already had the guy down.
Right. Oh,
Oh my
reverse.
god.
Oh, the freaking.
Oh!
Oh, I thought that guy was deeper. I was like, oh, that's picked off. He tried to go with the Saints
all
line
that
trick
playing
play.
around, all that playing around to throw the ball 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That irritates me.
Like, I can't believe it.
No.
But anyway, back to what I was saying about Coronas and Cerveza. When the first time I drank them. I don't want to get myself in trouble here.
Don't perjure yourself.
I just didn't like them. Everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta try with the lime." No matter what I did to it, I could not stand the taste of a Corona, or it didn't matter what brand it was. I just didn't like the taste of it. And then we went on our honeymoon, and that's all they had in the Dominican was cervezas. They didn't have Bud Light, Miller Lite, any of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'll drink it, sure, whatever. Stuff went down like water. I don't know what changed. I loved it. I was like, this is the most amazing. Like, I can sit here and drink cervezas all day, all night. Doesn't matter. Like, I have to drink a light beer now because, like, Bud Heavy, Bush Heavy, all that stuff. I just feel super bloated. Even Miller Lite, like, I can't drink Miller Lite because that makes me feel bloated. Not much.
Come on, let's go.
But cervezas,
we need
I don't
about 3 yards here for field goal.
like cervezas. I don't have to drink the light version of it. Like, I can just drink this and I feel fine. And I love cervezas.
Yeah. So when we do the same thing that you had
That's
done for your
holding.
honey.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we do the same thing that you guys did for your honeymoon on these South America or Central America, whatever, Mexico trips.
Mm-hmm.
We do it basically where like there's the iPad in the room and you just like click what you want to order. And so basically every morning Erica just gets on there and you order the champagne, and if you get 4 glasses, they just bring you the bottle. So basically we just do that for breakfast with a glass of orange juice. You just pour a little orange juice in each of your drinks, and then Erica continues to drink that the rest of the day. And then I drink either the Modelo or the Corona, whatever they put in the fridge, the rest of the day after that then.
Do you guys do all inclusive?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite part though.
Yeah.
I want to just have it all paid for up front and then do whatever when you're there.
Well, Hannah wants to do a Mexico trip soon, so you guys let us know. Like, we can plan a group one maybe next year that you're
for sure. We're down. Tore his ankle.
Don't put that on him. Don't you put that on me, Ricky.
Washington's secret weapons. I don't have it listed as an upset, but I have a big feeling that Miami gets a win this weekend, and it kind of shushes everyone. I see, and that's the hard part.
I thought you did have it listed as your upset. Yeah, you. Oh no, you did in your cash out pick. Sorry.
Right. So I think that Miami gets a win this weekend. I think it's unfortunate that it can go both ways. People will be like, "Wow, see, like this team's great, blah blah blah." But then there's also going to be people that say this team could be undefeated right now had they not made a bonehead decision last week. You know?
Right. Exactly.
Sorry, my phone's going off.
No, you're fine. So I need your notes here for Out of the Tunnel tomorrow. What coach has the hottest hot seat in your opinion right now? You don't have to tell me if you just want to go fill that out.
Yeah, sorry.
But that, and then the top 5 1-loss teams. gonna be 3 yards for the field goal
They
range.
need to just run the ball.
3rd and 10. Oh, he's gonna drop back and pass. Fires.
Interception.
Oh, he's wide open.
Oh!
No.
Born be something tall and strong. I like it.
Oh, here we go.
You got it, buddy. How's it? Does it still taste like it's?
Yeah, it tastes like peach moonshine. Yeah.
I almost brought out my peach bushes tonight, but I'm saving them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to kind of save them, like you kind of tried to save some of your apple bush
Yeah.
ones. Do you still have them, or did you finish it off?
No, I finally finished them. Evan still had a couple. He brought some down. They came to the lake over the summer, and he
Yeah.
brought some down. I was like, "Is this the last one?" He's like, "I got like a handful left at home." I was like, "Oh, okay." All right. Well, speaking of hot seat, since I brought it up, what coach have you been most impressed with this season in terms of being able to climb out of that hot seat discussion? There's been a handful, like coming into the season, it's like, hey, if you don't have a good year, you're not going to be back next season. Or there's even some coaches who are like, if you don't get off to a good start, you're out of here mid-season. And I feel like there's a few coaches in that discussion that have been able to climb out of the hot seat, and now we're praising them for how good they're doing this season. Um, but what's the one coach that you're like, this guy has done the most impressive job of getting himself out of that discussion?
Um, it's gonna sound dumb, but I think Jim Harbaugh. I think that he's always got a lot of people looking at him. I think the beginning of the season, especially, would have been very easy for them to be like, you know what, this is probably one of the things in the contract that like if you jack up, we don't have to pay out a bunch of money to you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, obviously we don't know which way that would have gone because the school just self-imposed their own thing, and you don't really know. I haven't heard anything since that.
Right.
Um, but I really think that he's someone that I could have seen, you know, them get rid of just because they haven't been able to get to that point where they needed to be, and they got blown the hell out at the end of the season last year. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who was your thought there.
I went with Neil Brown at West Virginia. I mean, he literally at the end of last season, we were all sitting around wondering, how did you not get fired? And the honest to God reason, the only reason that he didn't get fired was because they just got a brand new AD, and he's like, I don't want too much turnover right now. He's like, let's give it another season. They go on the road to Penn State, they get blown out. I mean, it wasn't close at all. And then he's only lost one game now since then. They're 4-1, or excuse me, 4-2. And that loss comes off a fluke Hail Mary that would have not happened had your quarterback not been a complete dumbass. Um,
Right.
so I think Neil Brown has done a tremendous job, basically saving his job. I think West Virginia still makes a bowl game, but I'm just very impressed with the job that he's done. All things considered, like I said, going into last season, basically all but written off as somebody that's going to get fired, and now here he is, and he might be, I don't think it's an award, but he might be the comeback coach of the year.
I like that.
Did we seriously just take a timeout with 3 seconds left? What the fuck was the point?
All right, I think I got my stuff filled out for tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't quite understand where the timeout was necessary there. I mean, I guess you just kind of get your guys.
And now you're just gonna take. Like, why they waited until 4 seconds is my main concern. Like, you could have called the timeout right away, as soon as the clock got under 40 seconds.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to take another penalty, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
I only see you calling a timeout there if you're trying to get the receivers a couple seconds, couple drinks of water, before they're about to try and run as fast as they can, 60 yards down the field, and QB's about to try and throw it up there as far as he can. All right, George. We're sitting at halftime. Memphis still probably only has, I don't know, maybe 90 yards of offense in the first half. Tulane has definitely looked better offensively and defensively, I would say.
I'm still pissed off that they went for it on that 4th down. That just made no fucking
I mean, you have to go with ESPN statistics.
Yeah, apparently ESPN called and said, "Hey, we need you to go for it here and make our statistics right."
That's why they called the timeout there with 4 seconds left. Is because they called in. They called Bristol, Tennessee, and they're like, "Hey,
it's Bristol,
Connecticut. Sorry. Yeah. They call up and they're like, "Hey,
that took a full second to register with my brain. I was like,
yeah."
Because I heard Bristol, I was like, yeah, Bristol's right. And I was like, wait a minute, he's in Tennessee. It's definitely not Tennessee.
Yeah. They called him up and they were like, you know what? Should we lob the ball down there? We have a college quarterback that can throw the ball about 40 yards in the air, or should we just knee the ball?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You still sticking with Tulane at this point in the game with them
100%.
looking like the better team, obviously?
Yeah. No, they're the better team. Obviously, you just need to make smarter decisions in the red zone. That they were up 10-7. If you kick that field goal, one, your defense might make a stop in a different situation. That was a blown coverage. You had a player get hurt, get taken off the field, and then you had to put the backup in. It's a blown coverage. At the very worst, you're sitting here at 14-13 at halftime. You're down by 1. Now you're down by 4, and you're in there trying to talk to your guys. I really don't understand that situation at all, or that the play call at all. It's especially in the second half. Like, it's one thing if it's early and you're like, hey, let's send out a message here that we're gonna try and roll here, and then all of a sudden you go into this game and you're.
The other thought process is Memphis gets the ball back to start second half.
Yeah.
George, how bad are your nerves right now? Now, I did the gentleman thing and took away the jinx, but how have your nerves been this week? Have they been okay? You think that tomorrow is when you'll start feeling them? Have they slightly been getting a little bit more each week? Because you're the one that kind of deals with the posting and stuff for our YouTube. So you've kind of been talking about college football, looking into it the entire week and knowing this is looming over your head.
Yeah.
The crazy thing I want to add on to this real quick is you have the jersey that they will be wearing tomorrow in Washington.
Yeah.
So you have the opportunity to lose with the team or win with the team.
Yeah. No, I've definitely been growing more nervous throughout the. I mean, ever since because we both had bye week last week. Ever since that Stanford game ended, I'm like, all right, shit, Washington's up next. I 100% believe Oregon is the better team. Now they need to play like it.
Defensively, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I learned my lesson from last year. I'm not talking shit, especially tomorrow morning. I did that last year. I think you picked Washington last year too, and I flipped the logo upside down. I'm not doing that shit. I learned my lesson. I don't have the right to talk shit right now, so there's gonna be no shit talking tomorrow. But I do believe
nitty-gritty part of the season.
Yeah.
For Pac-12 play, this is the part of the season that gets tough.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you look at Oregon, so they have Washington this week, Washington State, Utah, USC, Arizona State, and then Oregon State. Like, it's
Washington State's no slouch either. I mean, they handedly beat Oregon State. I mean, the score doesn't say it like that, but offensively they handled the ball, defensively they handled the ball. So I mean, they didn't go out there and just luckily beat Oregon State.
Yeah.
They went out there and won the game. So like you just mentioned with their schedule, very tough road coming up, and it's not just Oregon. All these teams play each other in the next couple weeks.
And this is what we were talking about before the season of why it's so hard to pick a conference winner. And I took Utah because I told you I'm tired of picking against Utah and doubting this team. And
you picked them with different thoughts on the season, though.
Well,
I mean, I assume that you would think that 6 weeks into the season we would have seen Cam Rising step on the field.
Yeah, I mean that's what we all thought. But here's my thing, and I'm still not counting out Utah because they have one loss right now. It's a good loss. It was on the road at Oregon State, who is another very good team. So I understand that Cam Rising obviously wasn't going to make it back for the start of the season. Once he announced what had actually happened to his knee, it wasn't just an ACL tear. It was his MCL. He tore everything. He blew his knee out. But my question is they haven't said how long it's actually going to be then. Is he still able to return this year? Is he just sitting on the sideline until the draft? That's what I don't understand. Because I understand how devastating it is to blow your knee out. But I don't, everybody heals differently. I mean, I hate to bring this up and talk about WWE. But, I mean, you think back to when John Cena tore his pec and they're like, oh, he's out a year. And he showed up at the Royal Rumble 6 months later. And it's like, what? There's no way. And that's just one example of hundreds. And athletes are freak people.
Aaron Rodgers
is talking about coming back for the playoffs.
Towards Achilles tendon, supposedly all the way.
Yeah.
Yet he was walking 6 weeks after this happened, which is something that nobody has ever done after tearing their Achilles tendon.
Yeah. It's the NFL script. They just got to say he tore his Achilles.
What I mean, talking about Cam Rising, I don't even know which knee specifically he injured, but I'm convinced that he's not even capable of driving the free vehicle that he is given as a scholarship athlete at Utah right now. Yeah. I mean, I seriously don't know what is going on there, and I think that what year is he in school? Obviously,
this is his last year.
He could get a medical red shirt for this year, could he not? If he doesn't step on the field,
I don't think he can.
This is his last year counting the COVID year, because the COVID year supposedly didn't count for anyone. That's why we have
I believe seniors coming out. I think he's a sixth or seventh year senior at this point. He might obviously he could probably apply for the medical red shirt or whatever. Yeah. I don't know, but I think this was, if he would have played, this was absolutely the last year that he could have played in college football.
And that just makes you think that they would want to be putting it out there even more to be like, right. Look, he's not coming back because we're doing this the right way. He's going to look to still try and get drafted, even if it's to the practice squad or as a backup next year, whatever the deal is. Right. And even vice versa. It's like, hey, this happened. He's going to apply for the medical red shirt. He's going to try and get back this season, because even if he can't get back this season, he has the whole entire offseason then to continue to heal. But we, like you said, we just haven't heard anything.
Right. I mean, we thought he was on the verge of going every week. He was warming up before every game, and then all of a sudden he goes on a radio interview. It wasn't a coach or anything else, and he's finally like, "Yeah, no, my knee is completely messed up." But at that point, he also then doesn't say
I'll be back. I'm on so many painkillers right now.
Right. It's not like I'll be back by week 8. There's no chance of me playing before that. So that's still the question that bugs me. It's like, okay, when is he going to return? Right. Is he going to return this season? Because obviously he's blowing out your knee is nothing to sneer at. And I don't want anything we're saying to be misconstrued as me saying, Cam Rising's a bitch or anything like that. It's complete opposite. I just want to know if he's going to come back this season. That's my only lingering question, I guess.
For betting purposes, I want to know when he's coming back.
Exactly. Because I'm a degenerate,
the news comes
I need you to tell me. But I mean, going back to the whole Pac-12 discussion, like you said, Washington has a ridiculously. Nobody has a schedule left that you could realistically sit there, and even as a fan of Oregon, is there a small percentage chance that they could go through the rest of the season undefeated? Yes, I think every team has that possibility. Washington, USC, Oregon, everybody has a possibility to finish out the rest of their year, no matter how grueling that schedule, undefeated. But I don't think anybody in the Pac-12 makes it out undefeated. I mean, we've already seen Oregon State lose. We've seen Washington State, Utah, UCLA. We've already seen these teams lose at least one game so far. I don't think we see them. I think from here on out, everybody in the Pac-12 loses at least one more game. And I think that's one more game is being generous with the schedules they have. We already talked about Oregon. Washington has to go to USC. They also play Oregon State, Washington State, and Utah. Oregon State has the easiest schedule left, and even then, it's still it's still grueling. They play Oregon. I believe they play Washington as well. I don't think they play USC though, but still, I mean, ridiculous schedules coming up for all of these guys, and this is what happens every year in the Pac-12. And I understand the SEC gets all the attention and hype behind it because Georgia looks so good and Alabama looks so good, depending on the year and whatever. For years, they flip flopped on who was the best team. Outside of that, it was rare that you could say, I could see Alabama possibly losing 2 games in their conference, or and from third on down throughout that conference, it's this is going to be a tight conference. They're going to go back and forth, but the top 2 were always clear cut in head. And I genuinely believe that's what we're heading towards again this season. I think Alabama, the way they progressed week over week, they have the chance. I'm not saying that they are, but I think they have the chance of putting themselves head and shoulders above everybody else in their division. I think Georgia's already there. But I really feel like that's what makes the Pac-12 the better conference, is because the top is so crowded as compared to the top is so far and ahead, and then the midsection is crowded, if that makes sense.
So to kind of look at it from a different direction, and from my personal viewpoint on it and stuff, I follow the Big Ten a little bit more, except for the fact that I couldn't name the other 2 red teams in the conference. So I was watching today. There's obviously the possibility that the 3 top teams in Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State could go 1-1 against each other.
Right.
It would go down to strength of opponent schedule at that point. And right now, Penn State leads by a game over Ohio State. Their opponents are 10-8 combined, non-conference. So I forget what it was, but Ohio State's 9-8, and then it's 8-9 or something like that is Michigan. They're 2 games behind currently with their opponents. But this weekend, Iowa versus Wisconsin, I believe. Or no.
Yeah. Iowa, Wisconsin.
That game is a big deal if that situation were to come into hand, because Ohio State would need to be rooting for Wisconsin. Penn State would need to be rooting for for Iowa, because they need that team that they play to win to look like their strength is better, Do you think that with the conference realignment that things like this change? Because currently it's kind of sucked, at least from the Big Ten's perspective. They've had 3 teams that kind of are able, I would say 2 teams actually, Ohio State and Michigan, who kind of go back and forth every year,
Mm-hmm.
But then there's always the possibility that one of them get upset in the conference championship game against a team that basically just cruised in there against nobody teams all season.
Right.
In Wisconsin or Iowa or Nebraska, whoever, or I guess it would be Nebraska. Yeah. But I just wonder, do you think that's going to change with the new team realignment, with the different conference outlook, stuff like that? Or do you think we're going to see the same thing where it's going to be like Oregon, USC, Washington, these teams come over and it's just you add maybe Oregon or maybe USC are able to convert to this new style of play that they're going to have to play to kind of compete in this conference with the other 2 teams, Ohio State and Michigan, that are already kind of there? Or do you think that it's going to completely shake things up?
I think it shakes things up, and this is why. And if you look, all but before the college football playoff started, it was all but like 3 years that it's ever since the Big Ten and the Pac-12 had that agreement that, hey, we play each other in the Rose Bowl. There was like all but 3 years that is what happened, is the Pac-12 played the Big Ten. And even since the playoffs started, I think again it's been like 3 seasons where the semifinal was a Rose Bowl, so therefore the Pac-12 didn't play the Big Ten or whatever. I mean, if you look, especially in modern times, I mean, Oregon has played Wisconsin there a few times. Oregon obviously has beat them. I want to say twice in my lifetime. Oregon's beaten Wisconsin. What I'm trying to get at here, regardless, is Pac-12 schools have gone head to head against the best Big Ten school, or maybe even at the very worst, the second best Big Ten school, and played just fine. So I don't think it's a needing to adapt to the Big Ten style of play because, like I said, they've seen it regularly enough, and obviously their style of play has been just fine to carry them against the best of the best in the Big Ten. Um, and so I think if anything, you need to see these smaller teams or not smaller, worse teams change their style of play, or otherwise we're going to be stuck in this basement forever. Because I mean, if you look at Ohio State's one of the best because we don't line up in the I formation and just run, just pound the ball like Wisconsin did for years and years and years. And now with Luke Fickell there, they've switched their offense. They're more spread. Everybody, the old Big Ten is dying, and the remnants of that are still in Iowa, um, Northwestern, just because they suck. But even Purdue has abandoned that style of offense. They're now in the almost full on air raid offense, basically, with Graham Harrell as the OC and Hudson Card as the quarterback. Ohio State is very spread. Even Michigan, while they do still throw a lot of eye at you, it's a lot of spread as well. Penn State, very spread heavy. Um, and so I feel like in terms of that question, I think if anything, like I said, the teams at the bottom need to learn to adapt or die, or continue to stay dead, basically. Um, but I think with the levels of talent that those teams bring in alone is enough to cause shakeups throughout. And I think it's a huge thing that they're getting rid of the divisions. And like you said, it's not going to be the best team in the East versus some team. And if say even if we still had divisions, obviously the Pac-12 schools would join the West Division. I would hope.
I would fucking hope.
um, damn. But you wouldn't have at that point, obviously, the worst team, or you wouldn't have a team just kind of coast into that Big Ten championship game. I would hope not with those four joining, but take those four out of the equation. Even if those four don't join, and you still have just the Big Ten as it sits today, and you get rid of divisions, we see the two best teams play for the conference championship. That 9 times out of 10, that gives us a rematch between Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, or some version of that, of those three. And that's what we get every year going forward. And I think it's going to make the Big Ten better. We've already seen it in the Pac-12. We're going to see it in the ACC this year, the SEC next year. It's just the future of college football, and it's what's best for the game as well.
Another question I have, quick. So, do you think that teams joining conferences this upcoming season will need to adapt to that conference's style of play, or do you think they continue to play their style?
Well, I mean, let's look at the Big 12. So we have Colorado joining. Well, they already fit in because they don't play defense. Utah is a very good defensive team, and their offense can be explosive, or it can be what we've seen so far this season and just be, hey, we just need to do enough to win these games. But I also feel like there's teams like that already in the Big 12. Iowa State has played that way this season. Kansas State plays that way a lot. While they can have an explosive offense, they really like to control you on the defensive side of the ball and do just enough on offense to win the games. You have Oklahoma and Texas leaving. I feel like, if anything, a lot of the schools joining, more often than not, will be fine with the way that they play, their style. And if teams that join and struggle, I think we're going to struggle even if they say they stayed in their old conference. And that has to deal more so with recruiting. Your play style won't have to change. What's going to have to change is who you recruit, the style of recruits that you get, and so on and so forth. So I think that changes more so than like your play style. Hey, our offensive play calling, our defensive schemes, stuff like that. Need another Modelo.
I brought them all to the desk.
All right, it looks like we're getting ready to come out of halftime. Slade, before we come out of halftime, I have a layup question for you in trivia. You should be able to get
like
this.
that. Should say after, like, oh, that was a layup, or you know what, that one was actually kind of difficult.
Here we go. Second half kicks off. But let's go ahead. Let's get into this question. I just need you to name the top 5 active college football coaches ranked by wins.
I'm gonna go Nick Saban.
He is number 1. That is correct.
Mac Brown.
He's number 2. There you go.
Jimbo Fisher.
He is actually he's in the top 10.
Okay.
He's number 8.
Active. UCLA's coach. What's his name? I forget.
Chip Kelly.
Nah, I guess he played in the NFL. He's not on there.
Yeah.
Or he went to the NFL. He's not on there.
Think of his cousin.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly. Yeah. I honestly don't know what they're rated. Brian Kelly was number 4. So there's one better than him and one slightly, I wouldn't say worse, but one below him.
Jimbo Fisher?
He was 8. You already said him.
Oh, duh. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know the older guys active either. I want to say
hi,
Iowa's
Nick.
coach.
Nick's watching us. Hi, Nick.
There we go.
Did you say the Iowa coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually number 3.
Oh, so I'm looking for number 5.
Yes.
Did he ever coach with Nick Saban?
He's coached against him a few times. I don't think. No, he's been at this school. He was like an assistant there, and then he got promoted to head. Oh, damn it!
Over midfield. Okay. He hasn't been in the NFL, or he hasn't been in there long enough, but he wins a lot. I keep wanting to say Lincoln Riley, but it's definitely not him.
No, he's not even in the top 10.
I'm surprised I got 3 out of 5. Who's number 5?
You got 4 out of 5.
No, you gave me Brian Kelly.
Still.
Who's the
the
5th
5th one was Dabo Sweeney.
Oh, damn it.
He is number 5. Number 6 is Mike Gundy. 7 is Kyle Whittingham, the Utah head coach. 8 was Jimbo. 9 is Troy Calhoun. I can't think of the school he's at now. And then number 10 is Jeff Tedford. He's the Fresno State head coach.
Mm. Come on.
Oh my God, wide open. What are you doing, 90? What the hell?
He didn't even need to dive. I don't know what that was. Those guys planned on standing there. He could have ran out to the right of them.
3 now here. Like, there's no way looking at Seth Hennigan's face that you could tell me he gets bitches at Memphis. There's no way. I don't know if you saw it, but after the touchdown,
family who's watching this in the living room. I'm kidding.
I don't know if you saw it, but after the touchdown, right before halftime, like, so he's obviously like 30 yards back, whatever. He like starts kind of like jogging down the field, and he looks at his wide receiver, and he tried to do the Doctor Strange thing where he's like this.
Oh yeah!
God damn it!
Get that shot ready, George.
He's going like this, and you can tell like he realized nobody's watching him because he just starts going like, oh, and then just like he starts walking to the sideline, and he's like,
he reminds me of TCU's quarterback Max
Duggan.
Yeah, he just looks like an odd guy. But this is a big game for them.
Pick 6 right here. We're gonna run it. Scoop and score. All right. Good D.
4 Tulane guys on the ball there. That was good D.
Hashtag things my wife has never said to me in the bedroom.
Well, I mean, it had to happen one time, at least.
Well, she doesn't have to tell me good D. That's what I'm saying.
She doesn't have to, but I feel like it would be like obligatory. I feel like it would be necessary. Oh, you already poured it up.
Pick 6.
Touchdown.
God damn it!
I think he got the shin down. I'm not sure, but I think he got his shin down.
He's in. Let me see what Nick said before I take my shot. Oh, I almost hit end stream.
Nice.
I gotta stop drinking. I don't have the facilities to watch this in the game. Nick, watch us. Fuck the game.
Just join. Grab a drink. Look at him. There's some girls in the stands that just looked at him and were like, he just went from a 4 to a 6 after that touchdown pass.
Look at him like, damn, that's who I got to sleep with tonight?
Jesus.
So you're telling me if I want a bag, that's who I gotta go home with tonight?
He's not getting a bag. I mean,
hey, if he gets signed to a practice squad in the NFL, he's getting a bag. He's getting paid more than we ever will in our life. Well, maybe not you, me.
He could be getting paid more than that right now in college football. We don't know.
Very true.
He's the starting quarterback in Memphis.
Nick, you should be used to lasting 10 seconds.
What the heck did he say?
All right, well, here's my shot. Nick, you get to watch me take my 3rd shot of the night.
You should just get your chair closer and closer to that garbage can behind you every time you take a shot.
After the 3rd one, you can start to hear the banjos playing.
You're close enough to where that's happening.
I'll be up. So we're going to Mr. Tony and I are going to the App State game November 4th. I'm really excited for that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Have you been to App State?
That'll be my 9th stadium. No, I've never been there.
I should just waited 3 seconds for you to say.
Yeah, I am that. Well, I mean, I don't even have to go to a game there, but I could have, because it's not it's 2 hours away. I could have been there.
Yeah.
Like, gone to the. But I think the best part about it is we're going to be there in early November, peak fall season. I am super excited to see that area. With all the fall foliage, all that going on. It's going to be. Lot of fun.
When is it? November 4th.
Yeah, November 4th. So, I'll
yeah.
While you're in Mexico.
Are you gonna have to wear a jacket? What's the temperature down there? I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
wake
yeah,
up and it's
yeah,
like 40 degrees here in the morning right now.
yeah, yeah. Right. Well, right now, like
Couple
first thing
days
in the
it'll be
morning.
30 degrees. I mean, they'll
Yeah,
snow here by the end of the month.
yeah. I mean, first thing in the morning here, it's been like high 50s, low 60s. But by like midday, it's up to 80 and everything.
Yeah,
By
that's
then, but
nice.
that's up in the mountains too. So like by going to that game, yeah, I'll be bundled up.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping. So they haven't announced what time the kickoff is yet. I'm just asking that it's not the same time as the Oregon game because I'm pretty sure. Actually, I need to look. That might be the same week we play USC.
Hmm. Well, you know that's going to be a 3:30 game, so that everyone can see it.
Hello. Yeah, that's fine. Just set it there.
Landon, it's past your bedtime.
Oh no,
Walk
we
your
played
butt back to
Cal.
the
We
crib.
played Cal that day.
Oh, you
No,
don't even need to watch that.
no, I need to watch every game. But it's like
You can DVR that one.
Hannah was like, my mom wants to go to a like a fall festival or something tomorrow, and I was like, I need to be home by 3:30, and she goes, why? What's at 3:30? I was like, Oregon plays, and she's like, really? I was like, the biggest game of the year. I cannot miss it.
Dude, how many times do you think you're going to be able to say that this year before she catches on?
No, because I told like what
Like they're going to
last
play
Tuesday probably.
USC, and you're going to be like, babe, got to be home 3:30. This is the biggest game of the year.
Yeah,
I mean, every week the game is going to be the biggest game of the year.
yeah, but
They're going to play South Cal Institute of Technology, and you're going to be like, babe, got to be home 3:30, or I got to be home at noon. This is the biggest game of the
yeah,
year. They're
no.
playing at 10 o'clock on
I
the
feel
West
like I do a
Coast.
good job of being honest. Like, hey, this is a big game, and like, oh, they're playing Stanford this week.
Yeah.
All right, Tulane, let's go. Let's move the ball here. Go, baby.
Well,
Go,
they're doing
baby.
it.
He's got the ball.
Dude, number 83. He's
He's got
MVP
the
right there.
ball.
Number 83, the receiver that just blocked that dude for 35 yards.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
you got to
MVP.
call him the Yang Yang twins because he hit the window and he went to the wall. And I'm sure there's sweat dropping down his balls.
Probably. Yeah, Memphis. Willie Fritz. Do you think his name is Willie, or do you think it's William and he likes to go by Willie? Or Wilford and he goes by Willie?
Wilford.
Only my mom calls me that.
Oh, damn. I thought he threw to the wrong guy for a second. I was
So
like,
did I.
what the hell?
I'm like, that guy didn't realize he was supposed to duck.
Good. Let me jot that down real quick. That's a nice little play call.
Yeah, it is. I also don't know if it's a great play call because the guy comes in motion, which is bringing a guy right, and that guy is right at the guy that's catching the ball when the play is snapped. You know.
I mean, from the offensive state of mind, why is this not live? There we go.
Oh, first down.
Nope.
Oh, he ran out of bounds. That dude's helmet
But
popped off.
from the offensive state of mind, the reason that you're doing that is first things first. The defense's eyes is going to go to the guy that just motioned out the running, and they're going to see him going farther. So the goal there is to then over pursue the guy you're actually throwing the screen underneath to, and then he can cut under. I mean, and that's what happened. They got 8 yards out of it, so it worked. It got what they needed. You know, they over pursued. This game should be 21-13 at the least.
Oof.
On your feet. There you go. First down.
The ref just gave him a shitty spot too.
I don't give a shit. It's a first down.
He got like 2.5 yards past it, and the dude walked out 1 yard past the first down marker. Like, sir, where's my 5 feet that where's my entire body length that you just took off of that run? Nick's playing his Greenskeeper Revenge game tournament tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Groundskeeper. Jesus.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, I got tripped up by his own dude. 56, his ankle. Yeah, he could have broke away for like 25 yards there. Memphis defense is getting tired. They're running a lot of fast-paced offense here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, too high.
3rd and 8, George. A little farther. Definitely not in field goal position. They definitely need a first down
For the longest
here.
time, I thought he was wearing like a turtleneck. I don't know what this thing is around his neck.
It's like a fan thing, I think. Because I saw someone last week wearing one.
I mean, I've always seen him wearing it, but like up until now, I literally thought it was like a turtle. Why are you running it on 3rd and 8? Never mind. I'll shut the fuck up. Oh shit! As soon as I saw the tight end motion back across, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I mean that probably helped. It took the linebacker out of position.
Take me out of position.
Why does he look so upset? He just ran the ball for 8 yards on 3rd down.
Willie.
Yeah, Wilford, that's his name.
Drops back to pass. He's looking. Fires over the middle. First down. Oh, dude, jumped his own guy and landed on him.
I don't like that he's taking so much time. Oh, do you see the ref? That athletic move there. The ref just ducks his head. The ball goes right over his head like a bullet. All right, well, my shot's still ready from the 2nd quarter, so I guess I'll get ready to use it. Fumble!
Go, baby! Go!
Jesus. Could someone tackle this dude? Somebody get Memphis some
Nick, it's been a while since Slade's had anything to drink. I don't think he's close to my level.
You don't think what?
It's been a while since you've had like any kind of drink, I feel like.
It's 2-2, right?
No, it's
no 3-2. 3-2.
But I'm saying like I'm still like pounding beers over here. Like you've been
here's the thing. I gotta be up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then do a podcast at 9 o'clock. So I'm trying to save myself.
Why the hell are you waking up at 4 o'clock?
Erica gets up and has to drive to Pittsburgh, so I kind of like to get up, make her coffee, help her pack her stuff up.
What a guy.
But I won't be much help if I have to take a bunch of shots here in the 4th quarter when these teams start opening it up, and I've already pounded a bunch of beers. I already told her that I was expecting. She's like, "Are you good at picking?" I was like, "No, I'm expecting it to be like 52-0, and I have to finish this bottle."
I genuinely, I've had Fireball once since, but like the last time I drank Fireball was in college, and I drank me and my buddy split a whole handle. And we finished it in a night, and one of the worst nights of my life. And then ever since I've taken one shot, and I immediately threw it up.
I would have liked to have done like screwball.
Oh wow! Damn it! Sorry, hey, that was first down. We got 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line.
That's a big boy.
Now we just need to. So what I need the offensive line to do here is just go in and then just like spread it a little bit, just like that, just like that.
If Memphis played any sort of defense, that was the worst offensive QB sneak I've ever seen, aside from a butt fumble. Dude, watch this. He just put his head down, and the running back never once pushed him until he was already in the end zone.
I don't give a shit. That's 6 points.
Ugh. I don't know if it tastes better when it was cold or after it sat there for 45 minutes and it's warm. Ugh. There you go,
See,
Nick.
Yeah, while Nick is still here, I think the funniest part about like how well you take care of Erica. Obviously, we treat our wives well. Like we're not terrible people, but I can fully attest. It would take a lot to make me wake up at 4 a.m. and get stuff ready for her to go to work. Like if she told me like, hey, I'm leaving at 4, I'm like, have a great day. Like I'll see you later.
Well,
and I feel like I feel like Nick would be the same way. Whereas you're like, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna make you coffee, I'm gonna get you ready to go. And
well, your guys' sleep schedules
but
are a little
the
bit more
funniest part
set
is
with your
though,
jobs.
yeah,
Like Saturday night, we're gonna do our stuff tomorrow at the podcast. I'm gonna watch some football, and then I have to wake up at midnight and drive to Pittsburgh. So
Right.
my sleep schedule's already fucked. I mean, it's a little different, I think, in that aspect. I think that you guys would do the same thing if you guys weren't kind of set in a specific schedule every week.
Yeah.
Yours
I was
a little
just saying,
different
like,
now with the baby. Nick's obviously the same thing when his kids were.
You
a
do
little
more
younger, yeah.
husband-like activity for somebody that's not married compared to two people. One that's married.
I
one
hope
that's
Erica
about to get
doesn't
married.
see this because she's gonna be like, I send you links to rings. She's like, we don't have to get married, but I like jewelry.
Oh, Nick, while you're here, hey, we're taking a group trip to Mexico next year.
Yeah,
Out of the tunnel, live from Mexico City.
we did it. Where did we do it from? Turks and Caicos.
I was gonna say
Turks and Caicos.
That's
yeah,
right.
Turks
You did do that from Turks and Caicos last year. I mean, it doesn't even have to be Mexico.
We're going international.
Yeah.
I can't do it this year, but
no, I'm saying next year.
No, I know. I'm saying I can't do the podcast live this upcoming trip.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
Definitely, we need to plan a group one. Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you keep looking at her for affirmation, or is that the TV?
Oh, it's the TV. Sorry, she's not in here. She's
like every time
on the couch.
Like I was gonna say, like every time you start to talk about, like you just like look over, and I'm like, is she right there?
No, I set the TV up at the end there, over there today. Last time I had it like right over top of my laptop, but
yeah,
I like this here. It gives me something when I lean back into the chair to lean against too, because the wall's there.
Yeah.
Well, the window.
Nick, you also missed when we were breaking the law. I had 2 cameras set up, and one was watching the TV, the other one was watching us. But the lag was so bad, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
We almost need. I don't know how to do it. It needs to be on a different Wi-Fi service. Is the problem?
Wow, Nick's being just a fucking dick.
What happened?
I
didn't say absolutely not. Oh.
No, I forgot to update Discord. Nick, you just joined us. This has been a reoccurring thing all night. I'm pretty sure it was like 14-7, and I'm still sitting here, and the score was like 7-0. So
yeah.
I think the worst part is because Nick was so late getting his notes in. Like Landon had woken up from his nap, and then I had to start getting ready for this. Nothing's made for tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to make everything for tomorrow while I'm like piss drunk. So who knows what's gonna show up on our graphics tomorrow morning when I'm trying to like click things.
Well, no. Take a nap. I'll wake up at 4:00, and you can get it in. Don't turn your silence notifications on this time. I'll get you up.
I'm pretty sure Landon will have me up around like 5 or 6 again.
Mm-hmm. Try and go back to sleep.
I'll put him in my office while I start cranking out the graphics. Nick, do you think the quarterback gets laid for Memphis? I want you to Google Memphis's quarterback and tell me if he gets laid.
Yeah, Hagen. All right, George. 21-17. 4 minutes. What do we got? 20 minutes-ish left in the game.
1932. I'm drunk and I can do that math. There's 1932 left in this game.
That's pretty good, dude. I said roughly.
You did. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying I did the math and I was like, that's 1932.
So I hedged a bet here tonight. Okay.
Okay.
I did the Tulane wave because
Yeah.
wave goodbye because you just
Yeah.
can't not bet that. That's an awesome name. Tulane minus 3.5 and the over of 56 points.
Oh, that over's hitting for sure.
The other bet I took Memphis minus 2.5. That was plus 300. That's parlayed with Fresno State and Colorado spreads as well. Currently Fresno State has the spread and it's almost halftime there.
Oh, 7-point game there, yeah. They just scored.
Yeah, it was 7-7 for most of the game. Or most of the first half, I should say, not the game.
Yeah.
But if either of those win, we win some money.
You say we. You didn't take any of my money to do it.
No, we win. They're both $10 bets. They're both $10 bets. We can make it. We both put 5 on it if one wins. I mean, off the record, George is not betting at all right now, or on the record. On the record.
Yeah. Tell him why. Tell him why I'm not betting right now.
George currently lives in a state.
Oh no, I was talking about the. Look what Nick just put in the chat. But I'm just glad I'm not the only one that's in that boat. But no, I was saying I don't have a bet in right now because somebody didn't take our money and put it on the Tulane money line.
Well, we didn't talk beforehand. George has what is it, $68 or $69 in winnings currently, just after one bet last week, basically.
So I sent you 25. I think I ended up with 62, and then I had $6 with you from
right.
week 1 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you have like just under $70 basically in winnings
Right.
from last week, and so I didn't know if you wanted how much you wanted to bet. And also my phone was basically in the hands of the dude that was here setting up our security system the entire time. So I'm just getting like tweets from like random stuff and like
be so glad you did not give us that information.
I have your guys' notifications muted, but just because I couldn't have that stuff popping up on my watch at work.
I remember when you had to change the name of our group chat.
Yeah, it was like 3 clowns with downs, and it was popping up while I'm x-raying like someone with a shunt in their head that like has a physical disability, and you're.
Oh my god, that was great.
Yeah, and also, I mean, my kids and girlfriend are looking at it like, what is this?
My favorite times were like when you would tell us that
he's hurt.
That you'd be in the car and we just start saying like really messy
things. Comes up on my
like hoping it would like play out over the car speakers.
Yeah, it all pops up in the truck too.
Yeah.
It pops up Church of Dale Earnhardt or whatever it's called right now, and then it'll say like Nick Bell said I don't know, Tulane's quarterback gets laid as much as a widowed grandma.
Give me that sack.
And you know how speak notifications go. It doesn't say it very correctly, so it's just rough. Or it'd say like George Bell said UCLA's team looks like a bunch of R words out there right now, and I'm allowed to say that because I'm a part of the community. Something similar to that popped up last year and ran across my car. And
I remember that.
Shut it off. Shut it off.
I remember that exact text. I don't remember what game I was watching, but I remember sending that text.
All right, George. That was a good defensive stand by Tulane there. Jenkins is thick.
He is.
He looks like he has a
They
concussion.
put the smallest jersey on the biggest guy.
Yeah, why is Hodges
6'2", 305 pounds. You're like, you know what? We're gonna give you number 0, buddy.
Why is Hodges like making sure he gets off the field okay? Does he have something?
He's fat.
Wow.
Why are you running
That was
backwards,
ballsy.
you dumbass?
He got 1 yard.
Oh, Coach just ate it.
You know, I think if I'm a sideline person or a coach, I want it to be on turf so that I don't get like stains and stuff on me if something like that happens.
You are such a prima donna. That's what you say. He's wearing black. What does it matter?
Nah, he's wearing gray pants and a black jacket. Yeah, black like quarter zip. Yeah.
I'd want to get dirty. Go home and tell my wife, like, look how hard I worked today.
Did you see me on ESPN? I got laid out by 2 dudes.
Nick told us not to say something, but I didn't say it at this point. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I think he's probably talking about the R word conversation or something. Oh my God. I mean, if there was a reward for not playing defense, Memphis would be leading the category right now. Look at this dude. Never even looks at the ball. Oh, he looks at it once it's in the dude's arms.
That was Nick's kid. He said Bell Jr.
That's your kid. I said it earlier. Your headphones weren't working. It was when you were switching over. I was like, George, how do you feel your cousin's gonna play this game? You just were like, you're like gone.
Oh, is Jade offended that we talked about her people? Ah, damn it.
Who's your people?
She was the one that said, "Hey, don't say that about the word."
That's her people?
Yeah.
What? Jesus, George.
I'm allowed to say that. I'm a member of the community.
Got the chip and everything.
All right. Got to get at least 12 yards here. 10. Give me 10.
They're going to get 6. Oh, my God. You deserve to get 6. That's exactly what they got. Yeah, you're right. 5. Dude, that was the worst play to call there.
Oh, God. I can't remember the last time I've been this drunk. It's been a while.
Bachelor party?
Wedding.
That was different level.
Yeah.
Wedding, you weren't that drunk. You sobered up when we got to the hotel.
No, we kept drinking once we got to the hotel. We had a best ass competition outside.
You sobered up at first though when Hannah wasn't feeling too well.
Yeah. Well, your wife fainting in your arms is. Let's go, baby! Oh, he choked the shit out of him.
Oh, he stepped out. He stepped out.
That deserves a Chris Berman. What?
George, games we're not picking tomorrow. What's a game that you felt was left out? Now we're picking 15 of like the 20 total games being played on television. But what are you? What game do you think that we're not picking tomorrow?
Well, let me pull them up and give them a looky see. End of the third quarter. Hold on, I gotta update the graphic so Nick doesn't get mad at me.
When you're doing that, I'm gonna do this.
Oh,
you just want
the Penguins are up 3-0, guys.
Nobody cares.
All right.
It's basically preseason.
It's definitely not, but okay.
Basically.
Okay, now I can look at the games.
George.
What?
It's basically preseason.
It's really not though.
The
It's
Dallas
regular
Stars
season.
played one game.
Yeah.
Oh, the Penguins need to win. They're
Yeah,
losing. They're got a losing streak right now.
they do. They've lost the last 3 games now. They've lost twice to freaking Chicago. James,
Yeah,
wait, are we? Hold on, let me before I
James
say this.
Madison. We didn't pick James Madison.
Okay, James Madison and Georgia Southern are playing.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia Southern's only loss so far is to Wisconsin, so that's definitely one.
I agree.
I need to pull up the side-by-side comparison on Autotrader.com. Head to Autotrader.com. Use code JackwagonSports for 10% off your order.
That's news to me. Are you just dropping that? Could have really fucking used that a couple weeks ago when I bought the vehicle.
Wake Forest and Virginia Tech.
I was just looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna look close, but I think pregame it looks like it could be possibly close.
Yeah. BYU TCU. BYU is their only losses at Kansas. TCU's looked really rough the past couple weeks. I'm interested to see if they can rebound.
Yeah, one I was looking at. I don't know why George missed this guys in the picks, but UCLA, Oregon State. No, I'm kidding.
No, but speaking of somebody missing it, Nick, since you're watching, you didn't tell us your pick for UCLA and Oregon State.
Also, Nick, pick UCLA. Help a brother out. Actually, Nick, don't pick. I'll have George fill it in the morning.
If you could also fill out the notes for the very top there, I'd appreciate it as well.
Yeah, wait, what's that bet? I need some rockers. I'm not current with the language.
I think it's like a truck part, but the Auto Trader doesn't. I don't think they sell truck parts. I think
For the ad. Okay. I thought they just sold vehicles.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
thought it was literally auto traders, car trades. Buy them and sell them. I thought it was like cars.com. But I could be completely wrong because I overpaid for my vehicle at a dealership. I didn't do the smart thing and use our ad dealership with. I didn't use our ad. I didn't get 10% off, which I.
That's because you didn't get the Carfax.
I got the Carfax. Nobody owned it before me.
You got the Carfax. You didn't get the Carfax.
You're right.
There we go. Punch it in. Punch it in.
Touchdown.
Get in there. Suck it. That was aggressive. Oh, Nick can help me out. Nick, was that the Millie Rock dance? I just proved how white I was.
I gotta tell you, with the gameplay speed, it looked as if he had to kind of like dive over top of that pylon. Slow motion, It looked like he was 2 yards in.
They've showed this dude in the crowd like 15 times now.
That must be the Green Wave guy. The GW on his chest might have given it away.
Nick, I literally have had the notes up the entire time, and your pick was not in there this whole time.
Mm-hmm. That's what he does.
All of his other picks were in there except for that game.
I tell you what, I'm gonna erase it if he put in Oregon State right now.
He did. He picked Oregon State.
Yeah, I'm erasing it.
Oh wait, Slade, we are picking James Madison and Georgia Southern. What are you talking about?
Damn. Sorry, bud. My bad.
It's okay. All of a sudden, I'm just like scrolling up, and I just thought that I looked. I was like, wait a minute.
Nick, I might have to switch it up and pick Oregon. Might make a game time decision, George. I'm sorry about the graphics team. The one-person graphics team that we employ.
See, Here's the thing.
George gets paid $- as the graphics team and the head of Jack and the president and CEO of Jack Wagon Sports.
See, here's the funny thing about Nick saying that he said he filled everything in is I can see when things were edited.
Yeah.
It literally says 9:33 p.m. Nick put in Oregon State. He's in here telling me I'm a liar, and I have proof.
You gump. He said you gump.
We're gonna share screen.
George, after this, can we go
so
for
right
a
here?
Sporkle?
Hold on. Highlighted purple. It says Oregon State right here. Okay. Nicholas Bell. And then right here, 9:33 p.m. The last edit before that was 8:36, 7:49, and then 6:24. If I click on the 6:24 edit, he did everything but that game.
Oh, he's commenting this shit ton now. I want to pick Oregon. That's why I went with Washington. No chance. All my kids. But I did just open the docs and hit edit. Just didn't do everything. Yo, Nick, go and pick Oregon.
I believe that.
Nick, go change to Oregon then. I need a chance to pick some games where I'm going to be able to catch up to you.
No, because it doesn't matter, Slade. The second we get within one game, we just fall apart.
That's fine. Here's the thing. He needs to pick with you because either you guys gain a game or he loses a game. I can't have him picking with me.
Hey, no. Have him take Washington. So either I gain a game on both of you or I fall back another.
No. I don't like that part.
Yes. You're 3 back. I'm 9. You need to relax.
I went 14-2 and then 4-8 or 4-12 or something like that.
6-8.
6-8. It was bad.
But Nick, while we're talking about notes, I still need you to fill out the top part.
God damn it, Nick.
box number 1, I need
Google.
your top 5 1-loss teams, and then box number 2, which coach has the hottest hot seat right now?
Nick.
Did we just get an interception?
Yeah. Nick, are we really saying that Bill Gates, the guy that his floors are heated and the temperature of his body is tracked throughout his entire house in Washington, we're saying that his app isn't right? It doesn't work correctly.
This isn't a Bill Gates app, Slade.
It's Google Docs, isn't it?
Bill Gates doesn't own Google.
No. I thought that Docs was a Microsoft thing that was bought by Google. Could be wrong.
No. This is Google.
I
Google
thought
Docs is separate from Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word's its own thing.
No. I know Microsoft Word's its own thing. I thought that Microsoft had what's called OneNote, and I thought it was bought by Google.
No. I don't believe so.
Well, the alphabet's worth more than Bill Gates, so where are you going? Modelo time? All right. What's Nick saying? George is leaving. Nick, make your prediction now. Fourth quarter. About 12 minutes left. George is up by 3 points. Who do you think's winning?
I think
actually, George, wait a second. Nick,
yeah.
I don't want you to bet who's winning. I want you to put in the over-under line of how many more shots are taken tonight. Not scores, shots. Because George and I might go on a Sporkle run after this and try and see every one that you get that doesn't fill in is a shot.
Oh, dear God.
George might be sleeping in the garage.
Good thing this chair is comfy.
Good thing my bed's behind this computer.
Poor Erica, just chilling out on the couch.
Dude, she loves her
That's
couch.
to get up at 4:00 in the morning.
She loves her couch. It's a love sack.
Uh-huh.
Like one of those ones that's like a bunch of different pieces. And you
Yeah,
put it together in whatever
you have a great love
configuration.
sack.
Yeah. I've been told once. First time, never said it again. But no, she would rather sleep on the couch than in here.
Nick said over under 5.5 shots.
George, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna say
I think
over
under.
because I mean I'll probably rip one if we win. I think Tulane scores at least one more time. There's 2, so we need 4.
You need 6. You need 6 total. Yeah, you need 4 more.
Hold on. Here's okay.
It sounds like
Nick,
you're just filling up your. It sounds like you're just filling up your Modelo and drinking.
Yeah. So Nick, you said it's the line is 5.5. Would you take the over or under on that? That's what we need to know. Because if Slade's upset with you, he's going to be determined to do the opposite of what you pick. And depending on how I'm feeling, I might try and help you out. If you take the over, if you take the under, then Slade's just going to start ripping shots. And if he starts, then I'll have to answer, you know?
Also, Nick, we need you to get on the podcast here soon because the swear jar. We need the money to go up. 3 people is a lot better chance
I'm
for the money to go
filling
up.
it by myself.
Yeah. I've been doing the podcast with the kids in the background, so I've been trying to keep it PG. George, just swearing like a sailor. I don't know what's gotten into him. No, I'm kidding. Pass interference on the defense. Damn. That's unfortunate.
Nick said Sporkle's a huge question mark here.
Okay. Sporkle's not a part of it. It's in the next 12 and a half minutes of the game. Actually, no, sorry. Add a minute to it because George said that he might take a shot if his team wins. So
He said I'm thinking under.
and to your second comment,
Nick,
I'll
not
believe
out
that.
of the tunnel podcast.
I'll believe
he means
that.
The weekly podcast video.
No. Yeah. George, what am I looking at here? I just see a bunch of ads.
All right, Slade, here we go. Let's get this one going.
What's the topic of it? Because all I see is ads and play quiz.
It might not work.
Okay, I see. Which college football coaches have? Oh, go back up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
have
just waiting.
The most games as the Associated Press number 1. Okay. Oh wait, only a number. Oh,
okay. So this
2022.
Is college football coaches with.
Okay. Are you frozen, or did you just stop talking?
It's just lagging because it's taking a while.
God damn it! I gotta start pouring a shot.
So I'll let you go first. We have.
But it looks like it's giving us the answer.
All right. Well, then I'll go first. I'll go.
Is it not giving us the answer?
Even.
Oh, you just put the coach. But why is it giving us the teams? This is too easy.
All right, it's your turn now. It tells us the school, but we have to name the coach.
Urban Meyer.
Yes.
All right, here's a shot.
Really? Okay, well, let's see how many you miss here. How do you spell
No
Meyer?
Sporkle lines. Wait. Nick said no Sporkle, heavy under. No Sporkle, lines at 2.5. I'm taking the over on that. Oh, yeah, that one. I'll be good soon. One, George. Wait, did you pick somebody? George, you gotta take it off the screen and just do it because it's. Ooh, I might like Tulane green better than the blue. All right, George, you're back. Okay, so I think that I take back saying that I want the Tulane blue jersey. I want the Ole Miss blue jersey, baby blue. I want the Tulane green jersey now.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Erica are going in 2 weekends to a wedding, and I actually bought a forest green suit for that wedding. It's gonna be
Where's
interesting.
the wedding?
Like Lock Haven. It's like 40 minutes from us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I lied. It's like an hour from us. I don't know why I said that.
You'll make it 40 minutes.
Well, I mean, I go to the wedding and then I drop Erica off at the house and then I drive to Pittsburgh for work.
Yeah.
Are you watching a K Jeweler?
I am, yeah.
Now an Affleck?
This is ESPN, so we're gonna have the same commercials. It's when we get the ABC and stuff like that.
I'm gonna keep testing the theory. George, wait. So are you going to do something
It
tomorrow?
has to be.
Are you going to do something in the middle of the day?
No.
I thought you were going to a fall festival.
Stay home. I'm gonna. No, well, Hannah and her mom are going, but they want to go in Raleigh, and I was like, "There's no way I'm making it to Raleigh and back in time for the game. So you guys go ahead. I'm staying here."
So wait, are me, you, and Landon making a live noon game tomorrow? Possibly.
I'm sure Landon will go with them so we can get some time with Mimi.
No. Are you and I making a noon game tomorrow? Possibly. Is that something that maybe we talk about after the?
I'd be down.
Is that something maybe we talk about after the podcast tomorrow morning after we see how the heads are feeling?
Yeah, I think so.
Looking at the noon slate tomorrow, what game are you most excited to see tomorrow? First game of the day.
Hold on. My wet fingers are clicking on things.
You're good.
I think it's got to be Georgia Southern and James Madison. I think that's the best game.
I agree. Yeah.
To start the week. To start the day, I guess. I don't know, Nick. What did you miss? Because I'll be honest, it said 1 the whole time here, so I really don't know what you missed.
Uh-oh. What's he saying? Right? Do you have your volume up on your TV, George, or no?
It's like 6, and with my headphones on, I can't really hear it. I don't think they had
all I can assume
Prime's
is
audio on. I think it was just the ESPN guy talking.
Dion's saying, it's personal. It's personal.
That tree looked at me funny. We're going to fuck this team up.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, no! No! Oh god damn! I thought he broke it.
That's
Shit.
the biggest stop. That's the biggest stop right there. That easily brings it to 28-31. That easily brings it to 28-31. That guy doesn't stop that.
Back up a second. Let's look at the bright side here. You've hit your. Was it 50 and a half or is it 56?
56. I need
I mean,
the score.
I think we definitely get one more score in this game. So
Just stop talking, George. Just stop. Don't talk about the score.
Interception. Ah!
Yeah, so for that one, we bet $10 total. It wins $85.
Holy shit.
If the over 56.5 hits and Tulane wins by 3.5 points.
Okay. But the other one, you had the Memphis.
The other one, Memphis has to win by 2.5 points.
Okay. And then Fresno State and Colorado.
Fresno State has to win by 6.5, and Colorado has to win by 12.5. This is our best chance. If Tulane could pick the ball off or just get a quick touchdown here soon, this is our best chance.
Yeah.
Because 85, that's 42.5 points each. That's pretty nice. We have to call it points on YouTube, I learned. I was listening to another podcast, and you have to call it points. Gambling, like if we would actually get big, gambling is something you're not allowed to talk about on YouTube.
Oh,
wow.
Damn.
4th and 14, they have to go for it. Or do they pin them deep, George? What do you think? They're at midfield.
I would go for it here.
Just at midfield.
Your defense is played in the second half. I think
I pin them deep. I try and pin them deep.
You ever notice that Modelo bottle would make a really good butt plug? It gets narrow and then it gets wider. But
I've never drank it. I've never drank it out of the bottle.
Neither have I. I've really only had the cans or like out of a draft. But I think
I've only had the cans.
The ridge right there would be like, you gotta stop. You can't go any farther.
Gotta really make sure my 10-year-old doesn't watch this episode. Don't worry. I'll let Landon know which episodes to look up when he's old enough.
All of our families are gonna like get done watching Out of the Tunnel tomorrow morning, and then this is just gonna autoplay, and they're just gonna be like doing chores or whatever, and they're gonna hear like, you know, some Modelo bottle makes a really good butt plug.
Nick, I'm gonna need you to elaborate on your conversations here because I have no idea what's going on. I'm involved in the talking and the chat, and I have no idea what we're talking about.
98% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. You ever just want to smash a glass bottle? Like, just... No? All right. On my own, then.
Yes, but I don't want to clean it up. I'm lazy as fuck.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I live in an HOA. If I put a bag that's not in a garbage bag in the trash like bin to take out to the garbage,
right,
they won't fucking take it. They'll just leave that in the bottom of the trash can. Little doggy bag of shit, they leave it in the bottom of the trash can. Fuck. They're like, fuck you. Now, mind you, they look in the garbage can, and if they see that it's all garbage bags, they let the garbage truck wrap around it, pick it up, and throw it in. It's not like some guy gets out and tosses it in, and then it's like, oh, there's something in the bottom, I'm leaving it. No, they purposely do this. I also didn't realize, did you know this? With the cameras on the houses and stuff like this, there's certain states that require a permit to be able to have a camera on the front of your house. Pennsylvania's not one of them, but supposedly there's like 20 some states that require you to have a permit in your county to be able to put like a Ring camera on the front of your house.
Huh. I mean, like, in one sense, that kind of makes sense. Like if
It makes
like,
sense for delivery people to me.
well, I'm saying like in a sense, like a Ring camera, I think should be fine regardless. Like I don't think there should be a permit for that. But like if I were to put like an external security camera like above my garage, we have one. Some places I could see where like, hey, like, and I don't know how difficult it would be to get those permits, but like I could kind of see that.
Have you looked in your area?
Nick, I'm not talking about the bottle. I'm sorry, I should have elaborated. I'm not talking about use. I'm just saying the shape of the bottle. That's more what I'm referring to. Obviously, you don't want to put glass in there. I've seen the light bulb tricks. Well, not tricks, but like the light bulb disasters with the jaw and even the other end. So I'm not saying.
No. Actually, you don't have to apologize for that. That would be the perfect thing because that's not going to break in your ass. You're not shoving the whole thing in there. You're doing the part that you still have a hand on the outside part. You
Right.
know what really sucks? And I've x-rayed this. A cucumber. You know what happens with the human body when you stick a frozen vegetable or even a lukewarm vegetable in the body? It turns to mush
I don't
once it
think I
gets to
want to
the
know.
it turns to mush once it gets to like the 90 some degrees that your body's at, 96, 97, 98, whatever your body temperature is at internally. Yeah, that cucumber turns to mush and they basically can't get that out. Now you try and try and try, but what they end up doing is opening your stomach and then
How can
cutting
you
a
not
hole.
pull mush out of you? I don't. That's what I don't get.
Um,
Like I get
you,
like if I were to start pulling on the solid piece of the cucumber,
your butt is
it that
suction. Your
that
butt is
brings.
suction.
But you have to poop. Like
Your
eventually you
butt
have
is
to poop.
suction. Well, you're asleep when they're attempting to get it out of you. So you're not voluntarily trying to push it out. You're under anesthesia and they're in there with like a corkscrew and not a corkscrew, but like medical stuff. And it's not coming out because your body's not trying to push it out.
I'm just
Your
like I
body's
wouldn't
trying
even
to
go to
keep it in.
in that situation. I wouldn't go to the hospital. I'd just stay home. Like and I'd like
Well,
whatever.
these aren't the cucumbers you're buying at the store. These are cucumbers grown in the garden, very large cucumbers that people are losing inside themselves.
I mean, at that point, I think it's a
Cu-
zucchini.
yeah, cucumbers
If
larger
it
than
gets
an
bigger than
Arizona
that,
tea
it's a
bottle.
zucchini.
Cucumbers bigger than an Arizona tea bottle or a
That's a
can.
zucchini. That's a
Yeah.
zucchini.
Well, it's green. It's cucumber. If they pickled it, which they might have been trying to do that, it would turn to a pickle.
Well, at that point, you're shoving vinegar up your butt. Why would you put vinegar up your butt?
I don't know what these people do, but I'm just telling you what I've seen. I can send you pictures of cucumbers.
My favorite story of yours is uh, when you were working in Penn State. You and I went out and played golf one time, and you said the one guy got stabbed and came in, and like you were X-raying him like with his stab wound or whatever. And as you're X-raying him, like the guy he got into a fight with had an axe sticking out of him or something, and he came in the other.
Oh yeah, that was older guys. They were some guy drove on some guy drove onto another dude's
No,
property.
so you need to look at Nick's comments. He goes, "I walk away and come back." It's made full explanation of.
But wait, that's really funny. What you were talking about, that was a couple of guys that are in like their 50s, 60s that
Yeah.
what they had been friends at one point, then they were like enemies, same town, small town, Phillipsburg area. And
Yeah,
so
I know that place.
yeah, and so the one guy had driven onto the other guy's property
Uh,
and had gotten out. I think this was like a hunting related incident, and the one guy had a golf driver, and he started going at the guy that had gotten out of his truck on his property, and he started swinging. And it just so happened the guy with the truck had an axe in his door, and he grabbed that out and started swinging. And he caught the guy in the neck and the top of the head, and in the back. And uh, oddly enough, the guy with the golf club did more damage to the dude that was holding an axe. Guy
the
with the
axe
axe,
slinging slasher.
yeah, the guy with the axe connected 3 times with the dude with the golf club.
My God.
But yeah, knocked the fuck out by that golf club.
I mean, Nick feels bad or like awkward enough coming back mid conversation. We're talking about pulling stuff out of butts. Can you imagine somebody just like turning into the live stream for the first time? And we're like, as soon as the cucumber reaches 98 degrees Fahrenheit, it turns to mush, and you can't pull it out of your body. Who the fuck are
Is that what I
these
really
guys?
sound like?
No, that's just my drunk impersonation of people. Oh yeah, get those yards, baby. We've reached both my favorite part of football games and my favorite part of MMA fights. It's the ground and pound. What do you think about the UFC going away from USADA and they're going to start doing their own drug test?
I think it's interesting to see both sides of the story. You got
Yeah,
USADA saying
I
UFC
didn't
is
realize it
looking
was
to
a
put
thing. Like I
Conor
thought it was
McGregor.
just
You got USADA saying that they're looking to put, or that the UFC is looking to put Conor McGregor in the octagon before the 6 months that everyone else has to wait. Obviously, someone that broke their leg, and newsflash: steroids helps your body recuperate from broken bones a lot faster than normal things. And USADA, you know, knows that. So most likely they're going to flag his tests and make him wait more than 6 months, rightfully. That's a part of their contract. That's a part of everything they do.
mm-hmm.
So they're most likely going to make him wait more than 6 months. Now, he said in June, July that he was going to enter the testing pool and didn't until October. I think it was October 8th or something like that he finally entered the pool. Um, so I think that they were just getting. It was also contract negotiations for the two companies to see if they were going to continue to do business together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that USADA was looking like, hey, look, we're not looking to be bullied around. We're not going to We're not going to change the structure of our integrity of this company over your Wonder Golden Boy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And UFC comes back and it's like, they didn't fucking talk to us about any of this.
Yeah.
We said the entire time that we go by your rules. Whatever you say goes. We'll announce the fights whenever you say happens, what happens, blah blah blah. And so Dana White basically just pulls the plug and says, "Yeah, I mean, contract negotiations were going good."
Go! Oh, what's the flag for?
Holding. Bring it back. Bring it back. $52. George, this touchdown, if it's not called back, brings us
It's
to the
getting
over.
called back. That's offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
But I'm anxious to see. I don't think we'll find out.
Yeah.
But
Wait, so
I'm
here's
anxious
my
to see
thing.
which side is telling the truth.
Yeah. And here's my thing, and this is kind of why I'm leaning a little bit more towards the UFC's point of view, is because right after they made their statements or whatever, like USADA came out, so it gets announced that UFC and USADA are no longer in a contract together, whatever. USADA put out their statement first.
Yeah.
UFC put out their statement, and then USADA sent out like a retraction and like they changed their statement, or whatever, after that had come out. But then I also liked how, or what I think what helps give more credence to what UFC is saying is, Dana White came out and he said, "Listen, we're ending the contract with USADA. I'm not going to go into detail on it. My lawyer, or UFC's lawyer, is going to take care of that." And he came out and I was like,
Do you know
okay.
why?
Well, I mean, I
Because
know why, but at the same time,
they named Conor McGregor in the whole issue, and so Dana White elaborated a little bit and said that like Dana White's the UFC's lawyer elaborated and said that the UFC is obviously just going to do what they can do and the partnership, you know, and they think that 3rd and 26, that's rough.
yeah,
But they think that obviously Conor McGregor has a case at a defamation lawsuit, which is just crazy because they personally named him in saying that he was the one that was causing the problems when the way it seems they have no factual evidence because they didn't let it play out.
Right.
There's no way for them to factually say that like this is what was happening, because the way it sounds media-wise, obviously there could be text message from Dana White that says, "Hey, we know how this goes, but this is what we need to happen. What can we do to make this happen?" You know, but you would think that they would have released that after all this blew up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, like you said, it is definitely erring towards the UFC side. But I also think that if the USADA would have let this play out, it would have came out that Conor McGregor definitely took steroids while he was injured, because it is the best healing process for the injury that he went through. They literally didn't think he might be able to walk again on that leg
Yeah.
with the injury that he took. I mean, you think you strip your body of all the nutrients and everything to starve yourself for a couple of weeks leading up to a fight. Then you give yourself a couple IV bags to make sure that you're hydrated enough just to step into the ring for 20 minutes. And then you break your leg after you starved yourself for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a rough thing to come back from. George, do I need to pour one?
No, they punted.
I know.
Fuck.
You think a safety's coming?
I hope not. So what, you said the spread for Tulane, we need that.
We need a score. 56 and a half.
Jesse's upset that we didn't invite him to talk Fight World. We literally just brought up the USADA UFC stuff. Jesse, if you want to come in and join us for this conversation,
Yeah, Jesse, come on.
Send you an invoice. I'm going to send the invite right now.
I'm going to go to the bathroom quick while he's logging in, because he's going to come.
I'm going to send it. He doesn't have to join us, but hey, if he wants to, he wants to talk a little UFC with us, we'd be happy to.
He can't say that and then just cop out. Bring the kids on. Bring the kid on. Come on.
So Jesse, thanks for joining us. Glad you're here. Even if you don't come on the video, we're glad you're here. So I should actually update that. The bet sweat is we need Tulane to cover 3.5. But yeah, it's been a great night so far. We got a 31-21 game. Late in the fourth quarter, there's about 5 minutes left. Memphis just got the ball back. They're going to be on their own 5-yard line. Slade's back from the bathroom. But it's been a really fun night. We actually just wrapped up randomly talking about UFC and USADA because Slade is a big-time fight guy. We both grew up wrestling together. One thing that I wanted to talk about tonight that was actually in our past is... So Slade had mentioned Kennerdale earlier, and I wanted to talk about it. My wife's here. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Slade's getting a shot ready. But so Slade and I actually used to play. All right, Jesse said next live stream.
George,
stream he's in.
You best restart that sentence.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
You just said Slade and I used to play, and I knew where this was going, and you need to restart the sentence because that is not how you talk about it.
All right, you start it then.
Were you going to talk about wrestling?
No, I was going to talk about football.
Oh, I thought you were about to say we used to play wrestling when you were talking about Kennerdale.
No,
and I was going to be like, George?
No, I know the
time for you. But
well, speaking of Kennerdale, when Slade and I used to wrestle, I got my ass kicked by Chance Marshall.
George wrestled an Olympic qualifier.
I did. Did he qualify?
He's gonna.
Oh, he's going to, okay.
He's the US's person right now. He won the qualifier tournament.
Well, good for. I'm glad he got back on track there. Nick, first of all, fuck you. Sitting here saying that we suck at the chat. Now everybody's jumping at me because I wasn't gonna say play wrestling. I was going to say we played football together. I was going to bring up the Kennerdale game where I got hurt. Nick went in, or not Nick. Nick typed in the chat. Slade went in, and he literally scored a touchdown 2 plays later.
Nick, you can't talk about the chat. You just got connection to be able to even see it.
Final X, that's right. But I mean, I'm happy for Chance Marcel. I know he went through a bunch of crap at Oklahoma State, and I don't want to say his life fell apart, but I mean, I know he went through a lot of shit, and so I'm glad he got it back together, and now he's looking like he's going to qualify for the Olympics. That's huge. That's awesome. And like you said, now I get to say I wrestled. I mean, I don't want to jinx him. Like I've jinxed this bet apparently. But
He's a world team. He wrestled at Worlds, so you could say that
yeah,
you wrestled at
that too.
Worlds
Like
qualifier.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
3rd and 6. Come on, dude.
my favorite wrestling memory though was when Josiah and I wrestled on the beach at at Myrtle Beach when Jesse and you stood there and watched us as we tried to wrestle in the stand. That was a good time. We tried to decide who was really the worst wrestler in Pennsylvania, or the worst wrestler in Ohio. I think you were the ref of that match too.
All I remember is us waking up and going to an IKEA looking for a coffee table.
What? I was at Jesse's wedding last year and I brought that up and he goes, "Oh my god, I completely forgot about that."
Talking about that timeshare area or condo, whatever. My brother went there for his like senior week or whatever, like we did, and the little stick things that you can like, the sticky hands you can throw to the wall and it like falls down. My brother went there with his friends that he went to high school with, and they threw one of those at the wall because they were like throwing it at each other when they were drinking and whatnot, and seeing how long that someone would like let it on them while they were sleeping before they actually woke up. One of them had the bright idea to throw at the wall. Well, it was too sticky and it stayed stuck to the wall for about 6 hours. And when they came back, there was about a 2-foot purple circle on the wall. So they thought it would be smart to go to Walmart and buy white paint. Didn't look into the paint at all. Didn't look into the color. And they came back and painted just the purple area of the wall. And they did not understand why that wall and that paint did not match up with the rest of the house. So then my dad had to go down and fix it.
That was a great week in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
But,
first down.
Like Jesse and I were talking at the wedding last year, and it's like the funniest part about it. Like of all the people that went that weekend, like I still talk to you and I talk to Connor, and that's it. And Jesse's like, I don't talk to any of the friends I went with. And I was like, damn, it's crazy how much life changes.
Yeah. I saw Trey Altman at your wedding, right? Yeah.
Jesse said in his defense, there's 200 shades of whites, but rookie move, not painting at least the entire wall.
Yeah, no,
did he catch that?
Here's what's going to happen. Memphis is going to run the ball out, and all the bets are going to lose.
Yeah, because I mean, what Tulane needs to cover 3.5, right?
Tulane. Oh, well, yeah, but the over needs to hit 56.
Right, and I understand. I'm just saying. I want to make sure I had that right.
Yeah, 3.5. I mean, but yeah, I mean, basically, we need them to score as time runs out and not kick a field goal.
Or go for 2. And that's not going to happen either. God damn it. Damn it.
Because if they go for 2, the spread.
Well, I'm saying go for 2 and not get it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like they're going to.
And yeah, it's not going to happen because Tulane's just going to need the ball now.
Apparently I missed your question, but yeah, Trey was at the wedding. I didn't realize you asked that.
Yeah, no. I was saying that's the last time that I talked to anyone from that trip also. Other than Connor and you, like you had said.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Well,
was my
guys,
fault. I jinxed
anyone
it.
that's involved here, just realize this is how our bets go. You could have literally bet anything other than
But on the bright side, the Wheel of Destiny is still undefeated. You just
3-0.
didn't get it.
3-0.
Yeah. Let me pour it up for my victory here.
We got one pour two.
Watch, I need to pour one up because we're going to convert this Hail Mary right here. Oh, God. No, okay.
He didn't give himself a chance. I need Tulane to like turn the ball over or something here, or throw a slant that's not covered and just run it for 60 yards. I don't know. Well, 50. The ball's at the 50-yard line now.
Hey, I'll take a 1-0 start to the week in picks.
You and Nick both.
Yeah.
Nick, I really need you to change that bet to Oregon.
I thought he said he was going to.
Hannah said, "Can you bring me one?"
Oh, you want a shot, Hannah? Come get it. You don't have to be on the camera. I know you don't want to be, but come get your shot.
Yeah, well, the three of us will take a shot.
Yeah.
Jesse, maybe too. Jesse, are you in?
No, Jesse. So this isn't vodka. This is moonshine. I put in a vodka container. It's and it's been chilled.
This is a shot of warm
Fireball.
Fireball. Yeah. George,
Slade.
do you think Michael Penix Jr. brings his average to over 400 passing yards tomorrow?
No.
Do you think that Bo Nix brings his to over 300?
It's moonshine. You liked it. No, it's not.
A
It's just,
year
I didn't have any
ago.
other containers. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said she liked it a year ago.
Yeah, before she got pregnant. You liked it before you got pregnant.
Hannah, I'm glad you could join us. George, did you take your shot yet?
I did. I saved it for her.
No.
If you do it, then I'll pour one out. Do it. What? Go get a shot. Jesse said he has a captain Dr. Pepper, so he's in. Hannah's going to grab a fresh shot glass, and we'll pour it up here.
Sounds good. 75% chance to reach
I like
the
that,
title, bud.
considering we all picked Tulane to make the American title game. Jesse said Bo Nix 300 plus passing yards. Yes,
What do you think, George?
I agree.
He has to get
I
considerably
think
over.
Penix can get 300. I just don't see the way Oregon's defense has played so far this season. I don't see them giving up 400. So that's why I'm saying no to that. But
yeah, but
Penix,
Bo Nix to bring his average up to 300, he has to throw over that, like 325, because he's at 291 right now.
Okay,
George, just give her the shot glass and you take it out of the bottle.
So she grabbed this shot glass, and I filled it up the whole way.
Is that a double?
Pretty much, yeah.
What are you laughing at?
She took the shot. She goes, ah, 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 ah.
Dang. We need a still
That's
shot
the
of
first
that
shot she's taken since before she had Landon.
Mom's gone wild.
Well, I mean, before she got pregnant with Landon. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom's gone wild.
I remember the last time we had drinks.
Wait, George. I'm starting to think
You were
it's the
playing
exact
Fall
way you
Guys on
said it.
Xbox.
I'm
And
starting
every
to
time
think
he
it's the
died, we had to
exact
do a
way George
shot.
said it.
Yeah, that's back when I had my Xbox. Cheers, Jesse. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us, buddy. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week. We'll do another one. Yeah, because
Yeah,
Slade's not going to
cheers.
Mexico yet.
Cheers, Jesse. Jesse's sucking George's dick right now over Oregon, and he's like,
Whoa.
cheers.
Whoa. Almost, yeah. Like literally 30. Yeah. Okay, take the punt back. Oh, Dale's here. He's just over in the corner. He's hanging out.
They're already getting ready to run down the field here. Oh,
Score
wow.
touchdown, fumble the snap on the extra point, and we'll call it a day. And I take full responsibility for this bet not hitting because I jinxed it 100%. I said, oh, we're hitting this easy. And then we haven't scored since.
With all due respect, George has already said that we all picked Tulane to win this conference. I picked Memphis this week to try and gain a game. I was like 60% sure I should not have picked them, but gotta take the L when you're giving it. I definitely picked wrong.
Now we got split blocks too.
I think they should throw a short pass and get out of bounds. Yep, there we go. Get down.
First down, clock stops. Clock stops. Give us a Hail Mary. Give us a Hail Mary, baby. Come on. Give us the most electric over.
Move.
Jesse said, I've been very publicly against George all year, which is very true. On Twitter, especially. Oh, no. Where'd he go? Finals. What the fuck? That's the finals. Slade left us. I don't know where he went, but thank you, everybody else, for hanging out with us tonight. It was a lot of fun. We look forward. Oh, he's back. What'd you do?
I was trying to look at the chat and stream or leave stream.
I was just wrapping it up, but this was a lot of fun. We will be back next weekend. Actually, let's tell Hannah and Jesse what we're doing next weekend for our stream. Let's look at these games.
And
well, Friday night, the only Friday night game is SMU and Temple. Nick's not here anymore.
George is going to skip his Thursday night responsibilities, and we're going to watch Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State.
Well, that's Tuesday night.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Thursday night, James Madison and Marshall play, which would be a great game to stream.
George got a coach, though. We're going Friday, SMU versus Temple.
But we'll still be here. We'll still
I call it SMU. George is taking a shot as Temple's team better.
I think for that we should take a shot every time Temple punts, and then just be crawling by the end of the night. But no. Hopefully Jesse is free next Friday. He can join us. That'd be a lot of fun. But we look forward to being back here again next week. As always, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate your support and everybody else that kind of came in and out throughout the rest of the night. We're gonna head to bed. I have a ton of graphics to make for tomorrow, and we will see you guys later.
9 a.m.